And I was thinking to myself, do I hate this motherfucker? No, I don't. I don't even really know you that much. I've never had a fucking problem with you. So I figured I would leave by giving you some life advice. See, you're a gamer. All right? I'm also a gamer. And the thing is life. Everything you fucking do in life is a game. I've beat the game. I beat the game. I used some money glitches, but I beat the game at life. You, Phil, you're still on mission 1, and you can't get anywhere, and you're rage quitting, and you're starting over and restarting and restarting. I mean, a decade ago, you were on stream begging for $20 and $10 donations so you could pay your rent. It's a decade later, you're begging for $10 and $20 to pay your rent. You're restarting mission 1. You're trying to use the same tactic over and over again, and you're dying, and you're having to restart the level. If you want to win at this game of life, you're gonna have to fucking do something different. Now, I know it's an ongoing thing with people telling you to go get a real job, but you probably need to get a real fucking job. But there's a deeper reason on why you hate me. Me and you have been doing YouTube for about the same amount of time, or gaming entertainment, whatever you want to say, for the same amount of time, and I'm retiring, all right? I'm retiring with fuck you money. Never have to fucking work again. And you, having the same career, you know, doing the same thing, you know, online entertainment stuff, you're still begging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, all right? I get it. I'd hate me too.
You're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup.
What's blooming? Yeah, it's your boy Shinko Fleur, and welcome back to another edition of the Glaze State, where we load up the Level 1 podcast and watch Phil do the same shit over and over again. I hope y'all doing okay. So today we're doing something different. I think we're gonna be doing something different this week, and if it works out, it might be something that might be forward. Little change in my schedule, so now I'm this in the morning. So, you know, hopefully we can do it in the morning, and it gives me more time to prepare. Gives me more time to make it, like, you know, the way that I want to make it. So hopefully this works out. So before we get started, I just gotta say what's up to everybody, because that's just what we do here. So let's just go down the list. What's up, Jay? Jay Sway B503. What's up? My bad, baby. Hold on, I'm acting stupid right now. Stream Element Spot. What's up? What's up, Flare for the Gold? Koraz EQ. What's up, baby? Roach Bay FNV. I see you. Aura Master DX. Lionheart, I see you. What's up, PTRD 41? What's up, Ice Yamamoto? I see you, baby. How we doing? All right. What's up, Tenshi? Above Grief, Visible Dimwit. What's good, Dorzak? I see you. What's up, Iroquois Pliskin? What's up, baby? How we doing? Zach Bello 5. I see you. Subject 117M. Twice Stand. darksydephil. What's up, Brazen? What's up, baby? How you doing? How's everybody doing today? I hope y'all doing amazing today. Amazing. I'm amazing. I feel amazing. Hope you guys feel amazing too. All right. So without further ado, you see, look, I could go ahead and get started quickly. Everything's set up. Phrase 8, Sunny B Falco, Tractor Goose. What's up? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Let's see. Look, I got everything ready. Let me lower this music slightly. Just ever so slightly. All right. Nice. Amazing. All right. Taraka One, what's up, baby? How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. Oh, what's up? All right, I love this. Look, I got everything ready. Bam. Look, it's ready at the right time. I love it. Okay, hopefully it all recorded. I didn't get to see any of this, so hopefully that stupid pop up doesn't come up because that's the thing that blows mine. Like I'll leave a recording up, and then like in the middle of a recording, like there'll be like a fucking like pop up for like YouTube Premium, and it's like, bro, like no, I say no every time. No, 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 no. All right, so let's get with the first intro, and then we gotta get to the second intro. All right.
Happy Monday, everyone. On today's show, we've got some interesting information and possible leaks regarding the big Friday release of Starfield coming up later in the week. In addition, today, I want to talk statistics, both in life in general, video games, and more. All this and more topics as well on today's Level 1 podcast.
I don't know why. That's like the way he does this shit, like the way that he does like this secondary intro shit, it reminds me of Reading Rainbow for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. I gotta look up. Did like LeVar Burton used to do that? Like talk about what would happen, and then like I don't know. I'm getting Reading Rainbow vibes. I mean, the music doesn't help neither. Like I don't. Hi, Phil Burnell here with the latest in statistics and video game news here on the Level 1 podcast. Like I'm not seeing that. I'm sorry.
Good morning.
All right, look at Jasper. Look at him.
How's everyone doing?
Get that bow off
Welcome to a fun full week of gameplay streaming starting today. I know that this weekend we actually had...
Get that bow off of him. That bow look at that bow. Get it off.
Say hello, Jasper.
Get that bow off. It's probably choking him.
I know we had quite a lot of reacting content. With my 15th anniversary marathon, and then yesterday the DSP versus the Internet Weekly Clip Show.
What's up, baby?
As of today, we are heading back into normalcy when it comes to the amount of gaming content that I'll be putting out. So prepare your butts for non-stop gaming fun here on the channel, of course, outside of the podcast.
You know what, Phil? You got to prepare that ass. Prepare that ass for Level 1 fun.
Which we do.
He loves, getting your ass ready for Level 1 fun.
Every single morning. Today is August 28th, 2023. We're in the home stretch of the summer. Before you know it, it will be autumn. And things will be getting cooler, leaves will be falling, people will be drinking pumpkin spice everything, and, Halloween. Even though it's only going to be September, Halloween, because that's just how it is. People want to rush into the holidays, right?
It's the holiday season, sir. The holiday season. It goes with the entire season, sir.
And I'm ready. I am fully ready today.
Atlet Popu, what's up, baby?
Cooler temperatures.
Izzy Jones, it's good,
we have
baby.
a cloudy sky and some moisture outside for the first time in ages. It's very nice.
It's all right,
from what we're looking at here in Washington State, where I live,
I'm gonna keep it clean. I know most of y'all working. Crackerjack, what's up, baby?
A week or more. It looks like we're heading fully into September with cooler weather, which is exactly what you expect, right?
Right.
So
the piggy likes the cooler weather. He was tired of roasting and being sautéing and baking in that office. Okay, he was tired of smelling himself. Right. Time for him to get back cooler weather, less cooking, less overheating during, Street Fighter. We need cooler weather, okay?
I am ready. I don't know about you guys.
I know.
And, of course, this means that we are heading to the home stretch of various games and gameplay content before all the giant new releases start hitting, notably this Friday with Starfield. So I hope that you guys are excited for all of that. On today's show, what I'd like to do is briefly recap what we've been up to recently, talk a little bit, obviously, about the schedule coming up this week. I want to talk about Starfield because there's been some interesting
what's up, baby?
Developments going on right now. The game fully leaking. Like we didn't know that was going to happen. But someone actually trying to illegally sell the game and getting arrested for it.
Yeah,
which is great that something like this is finally happening and people are being held accountable.
I kind of agree.
In addition to that, just information about the game leaking a bit. And don't worry, because when we have that segment, I will actually kind of label it as minor spoilers. It will not be any story spoilers or anything major, because I don't want to spoil myself on the game either.
I'm going to be 100 with you guys. I'm really going to fast forward through that, because I'm not trying to spoil myself.
But some interesting information has gotten out that I'd like to discuss here on today's stream.
I think he's just trying to play big boy now.
Some people might actually have issue with it or want to have an open discussion about it. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Jasper, could you please not chew that wire? That's my headphone wire. Thank you. And so we're going to talk about that. Now, in addition, All right. One thing that I would like to talk about today is statistics.
Tractor,
And notably,
I
the reason that
can't
this
take
topic is
that
coming
risk.
up is because yesterday on my React show, DSP versus the Internet, which airs over on my sister channel, DSP Reacts, here on YouTube, there was a
It's a money laundering channel. That's it. He launders his memberships.
video that we watched that discussed improbable statistics. Okay? So, for example, what's the probability that this would actually happen to you? Okay? And as we were watching the video, I was pretty critical about it. All right? And some people were like, man, it's just statistics is not very interesting. Other people were like, well, you're kind of being too hard on the video. The person who actually had nominated the video contacted me to explain a little bit more about it. And I think what I'd like to do in general is have a discussion about statistics today. Now, don't worry, it's not going to be boring because I'm going to apply it to things that we talk about all the time. For example, whenever a game publisher references sales numbers for their game, are you aware that they are citing a generalized number without any context?
No, because I don't care. Everyone, what's up, baby? I genuinely don't. I don't care. Like I don't consume this stuff. I don't consume the business of business. DSP. Like, you know, like I like when I work in the places that I worked at, I like the industry. You know, so like you know, like when I inspect the sprinkler systems, I like, you know, the sprinkler system. I like, you know, the places that I went to and what they did. I didn't care about like the business side of things because it's just monotonous, bro. Like I'm sorry, like for something like games, like I really don't care about how good a game sells because I just want to play the game. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you guys.
For example, they very
Like I enjoy the thing. I don't care about the business surrounding the thing. I just care about the thing.
well could be including data that normally is something you wouldn't even consider a game sale, but they count it. And so when you hear those numbers, this is the best sell.
I'm just sorry. Like even as a person, like I like factoids and I like knowledge, but it's just like to obsess over that. Like sometimes, like I see it on Twitter. Like when I see people arguing about like how well a game is selling, like my man, play the game. Like
game of this year. This is the best-selling game on Steam. This is the best-selling game ever for this console. What you don't realize is that a lot of the time that is all PR nonsense.
yeah, I don't.
So I'd like
care.
to talk a little bit about that today, okay? All right, so we're going to have an interesting and fun podcast today. Keep in mind that later on, after the podcast ends, we've...
Yo, he just switched gears real quick. Hold on. Like he had a train of thought and he just switched.
All right, so we're going to have an interesting and fun...
Yeah, like just watch him and then just like, all right, yeah, I'm done. I'm just gonna switch it up.
So I'd
Joey,
like
what's
to talk
good,
a little
baby?
bit about that today, okay? All right.
I'll
so
try
we're gonna have
not
an
to. I know a lot of
interesting
people
and fun
working
podcast
today. Hate on me.
Keep in
What's
mind
good,
that
baby? How you
later
doing?
on, after the podcast ends, we've got a nice, hearty gameplay stream of Grand Theft Auto 5, the anniversary run.
Ew, I don't like the way he says hearty. It feels like he's talking about like a stew or something. Hearty, like some canned shit, like Dinty Moore. I mean, I like Dinty Moore, but it's just the way he said it. Just I feel like he's applying it to food.
Slated for this stream as we head into the end game. Now, my original playthrough of GTA 5 10 years ago was around 33 hours long. 33. Okay? As of today...
Also, I'm supremely glazed, so just bear with me today.
My playthrough of Grand Theft Auto 5 is 32 hours long. So does that mean that we're beating the game today? No. Because you got to remember various different things about my style of content creation 10 years ago versus today. First of all, 10 years ago, it was just me playing the game. There was no live stream interaction whatsoever. So there was no discussion. There was no input. It was just streamlined, okay? So I was a lot of times rushing through games and completely skipping entire segments of content, or simply put, playing it for myself rather than playing it for an audience.
That doesn't sound right because it's like, okay, you were playing for yourself. So instead of you like enjoying what the game has to offer, you were rushing it. Like that's the way you enjoy games, just like the same way you enjoy those Wendy's snacks or whatever, those burgers at fucking 9 p.m. or some shit. Frosties or whatever the fuck. You just consume it and just toss it. Like, that's the way you enjoy games. That sounds super weird. Like, the hell?
I know for a fact.
I played for myself, so I just rushed through every game. Didn't enjoy the side content, just played it.
In this playthrough, we have done many things that we never did in the original run. Trevor's delivery missions. Franklin's drug running missions. And
Drug. You know, we speak English around here. We don't say he's, you know, running them packs. He's not pushing P.
and other various things. You know, we completely skipped all of those. And that's added hours of gameplay into this playthrough for sure. From what the game is saying, we are at 54 out of 69 story missions. However, I don't really remember the ending missions and how long they take.
How is it that you play a game like 3 times and you don't remember shit about the game, man?
I remember being in the same situation when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 10 years ago, where I'd been playing it for like a week or two and was kind of like, all right, I'm ready to move on. But we never knew when the game was going to end, and therefore it was hard to judge, you know, how much progress I was making each session and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like 10 years later, we're in the same exact situation. I really don't know how much is left in the game, but the thing is, we're not necessarily in a big rush. We can easily balance GTA 5 with the other stuff that we're doing over the next couple of weeks. It's really not until mid-September that we're going to have a lot of games coming out at once, like Lies of P and Mortal Kombat 1, and juggling that with Starfield. Then it would be an issue if we're still playing it at that point, which I hope we wouldn't be. So we'll see, but that's what's on the agenda for today's schedule, okay? Before we get to the schedule for the rest of the week, I think what we should do is talk a little bit about how yesterday went, just so you guys know what to expect, and we'll talk about the schedule, you know, moving on. And then I think, like I said, the game news today would be about Starfield and some of its information and leaks to this person who's tried to steal the game and sell it and stuff like that. And then we'll get to that statistic discussion, and then if there's time, you know, we'll do Q&A and shout-outs and all that at the end, all right? So please support the stream today if you can. As simple as a like is a great way to help. If you're enjoying the show, please like the stream. Outside of that, any method of contribution is a great level of support. I don't have any product placements. I don't run advertisements live during the content that I do. Because of that, I rely on crowdfunding.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Wait, hold on. Go back.
During the content that I do, I don't have any product placements. I don't run advertisements live during the content that I do.
That was a lie. That's a lie. He has ran ads. He's ran ads in between fucking YouTube segments. Fucking bullshit. Oh my god. That was just, oh. You see, like, it's just so dirty when he lies. It just I felt it.
Because of that, I'm reliant on crowdfunding. And you guys allow me to do what I love for a living, and I really appreciate that.
Hold
so
on,
if you
guys,
consider a super chat or a super sticker or a membership or a gifted membership for the community, which absolutely would be great right now because of all the new games coming out. I'm sure people in the community would enjoy having a gifted membership. In fact, I forgot to set up our members goal for the day, which I hope we can hit 540 members by the end of today's both streams, okay? Or a tip. Tips today would be absolutely great. Tips have been very slow the last day, so it would be great to pick up on that as well. Tips are a great way to help because I get them right away. I get a bigger portion of tips than other contribution methods, and right now with a lot of the cost coming up of some of the things I'll be buying, it would definitely help out, so please consider tipping, all right? All right, plugs out of the way. Let's talk about yesterday.
Broke niggas.
Yesterday we had what I consider,
Broke niggas.
all right, to be one of the best React sessions I've done. Yesterday on DSP versus the Internet, we had the most members ever.
I mean, we
on
talk
DSP
about the
React.
lies. So
Yeah,
Hate On Me
started
brings
the day-
up a point that we should really throw. I think it's been thrown in his face before. So he says that, like, you know, not enough people call him out on this. His begging is 100 times more obtrusive and annoying than ads. And I think true and honest fans would prefer he take sponsorship runs than beg. Yes, that's something that DSP doesn't understand. That unlike the other content creators, their ads do not interrupt the content. So he likes, I think, you know, PKA, he shits on PKA for having, you know, huge ads on their banner and whatever. But at the end of the day, there's not that much going on visually in terms of the podcast. It's just them talking. So having a little picture of an advertisement there is not that bad. Because at the end of the day, you're not really focusing on what they're doing unless they're actually physically doing something. You're focusing on what they're saying. So that's not as bad. And, you know, and add on to the fact that they add on a 15-minute segment, again, which they can get out the way. They can mute it. You know, if they're an on-demand viewer, they can fast forward it. You know, they would much rather take that as opposed to them just you stopping the content every 5 seconds to beg for money. So that's something he leaves out. Like, that's something he really leaves, like, you know, like, he leaves that out. Like, yeah, I don't have any advertisements, but I stop every 5 seconds to beg for money.
Over 140 members, we ended with over 150. All right? Because we had so many members, we had what I believe is the biggest variety of videos I've ever seen on the show. This was episode 28 for some perspective. We've been doing this all the way back since February of this year, and I really feel like this was the biggest amount of variety. It wasn't like 10 of the same kind of video. It wasn't returning videos that we had already seen the likes of. It was a big variety of stuff. Documentaries, comedy videos, food commentaries, comparing products from different countries.
And it was, and the thing is, it was done the same way. It's done the same thing at the same style as all your other reacts. It wasn't entertaining. It was boring as shit. It was actually infuriating. If you guys noticed, this guy had a whole marathon, and I made a 30-second short out of it. That's what I got out of that entire marathon. For content, 30 seconds short. Because I was getting pissed every 5 seconds. He was pausing the fucking video. That's not how you do. That's not how you do react content. Okay, when you say, oh, you add something intelligent, that you add some context, that you add this, that you add your own history, the thing is that is overtaking the content that you're watching. So therefore, we're no longer watching a react. We're not watching a combination of the content that's being, watched and the addition of whatever you're saying. We're just hearing you, just like we heard you before, and we heard you before that, and before that, and before that. So it's not good.
About, what it was like to be a pro wrestler. Talking about, actually someone driving around playing the Grand Theft Auto theme on a bike as they were driving around. Parodies of cartoons. It was just like so much variety. Really, it was just so much going on. Game discussions. They were talking about Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff like that. So it was great. And the thing is, I really hope we can keep that momentum up. Because if we can keep that variety every week, definitely the react show would be one of my favorite things that I would do every single week with you guys. All right? I'll be honest. When I started the show earlier this year, I liked it a lot. And then I'll say probably about 3-4 months ago, it got a little stale because we kind of were seeing the same kind of stuff every week. But now it's actually picked up significantly. It's what I've been telling you guys is the more members we get on that channel and the more people nominating videos, the better that show is going to be. Because the more eyeballs we have, the more ideas we have. Looking at the videos, working on the videos, submitting the videos, the show will be better. That's how shows like that work, right?
No, shows like that work because no matter what the reactor's reacting to, he makes it entertaining. He doesn't make the audience take the bulk of the work and provide the content that's going to be entertaining. So, like, again, just like with the games, just like with Rambo, just like with Panda, he presents the thing to do the work for him. He's not adding anything to the content. He just wants to go ahead and showcase it. And look, it's me with it. Slap his logo, slap his shit on it. And then just rake in the dough.
What do you think with other YouTubers, all that content is always like posted up on a Discord or forums? That's how it works. So for me, this is exactly how the show gets better. So thank you to those who are members. Thanks.
Yeah, so, I mean, my thing is you can have an open Discord where you don't fucking, say shitty shit and, say the same thing that you're going to say in the pre-stream. You would have been cool. But you have people, like, have to pay to email you? Like, dude, that's stupid.
Those who have gifted members.
Also, I think that's kind of weird that that... I'm just going to keep going.
Over there, if we can maintain the level that we have right now,
exactly, Hate Army, exactly.
So already I can tell you 2 parts were live. Another part went live this morning, just like an hour ago, and there'll be 3 more parts of that show going live on that channel.
Like, it's not like I'm gonna go fucking. I'm just like a dog whistle every time he mentions Discord. I'm gonna go like, ooh, but it's just like I find it very peculiar that he know that action takes place specifically. I'm just saying.
Over the course of the week, okay? So I certainly hope that you guys will continue to check out the content over there. And please, if you like
That's
that
cool.
React
What's up,
content,
baby?
support it by either becoming a member, gifting a membership. Perhaps you'd like to consider a super thanks on a video that's eligible, which is almost none because most of them get claimed. Or maybe a tip. A tip on today's stream literally supports everything I do. All right? The thing is over there, I don't make any revenue on those videos. They almost all either get claimed or demonetized. Out of the 6 videos I uploaded yesterday, 1 outright was blocked for copyright. 3 were marked as add-on friendly.
You see, my thing is, Phil, like, again, like we were saying before, I would much rather take like a little 15-second ad than for you to dedicate like a good 15-20 minutes to talk about how much money you're making, how much money you're not making, so therefore I should give you more money. It's apples to oranges. What's up, Serpent? How you doing, baby?
Add-on friendly. Did you watch the React show yesterday? There was no excessive violence. There was no sexual content, no swearing, but YouTube thinks it's add-on friendly. You tell me. I have no idea why YouTube flags this stuff. So, I don't make money on that. All right? It would be great if you could support in another way because that's what makes that channel viable to run. Overall, it has been good. I certainly wouldn't keep doing it. The capacity I'm doing it once a week, this React show, long-form React events like the Machinima event or the anniversary event. I never would be doing those if they weren't viable. They are. But
Wait, let's go back. Let's go back.
Viable to run. If you could support in another way because that's what makes that channel viable to run. Overall, it has been good. I certainly wouldn't keep doing it. The capacity I'm doing it once a week, this React show, long-form React events like the Machinima event or the anniversary event. I never would be doing those if they weren't viable. They are. But obviously, yes, your help is always greatly, greatly appreciated.
Translation. If this channel wasn't making any money, I wouldn't be doing it. I love Pig Latin. I love translating Pig Latin. It's amazing. So you hear, right? He's talking about, oh, if it's not viable, no. Like, if the channel wasn't making money, he wouldn't be doing it. Mr. Lion, RAF, what's up, baby? DJ Acup, I see you. Bobo Bandy, what's up, baby?
On anything I do on that channel because it's not like this channel where I have the opportunity
That
to
EXO,
make
what's up,
any
baby?
kind of
Sizzy, I
revenue
see
on
you.
just a view.
Logan,
Okay?
what's up, baby? Hold on, I gotta protect Logan from left.
So cheers to that. Thanks to anyone who checks out the stuff over there or supports it in any way.
And guy with 2 names.
Last night we played Chrono
Hold on.
Trigger right here on DSP Gaming.
Gotta
Great
protect.
stream. Huge story developments. Freed the Guru of Life. Had a big revelation about
Must
his
provide
identity.
protection.
Took on
There we go.
the Kingdom of Zeal. Huge boss fights. Giant dungeons. Big repercussions for
Logan K, thank you for the $5 super chat, hun. Maybe a guy asking people to pay him for shots is considered ad unfriendly. It's still Phil's fault. Exactly, honey. You know, you have children, children watching, especially, with the things he was doing, later on. You have children watching. You say, give me $100 for a shot. Can you imagine little Timmy, going up to his mama? Give me $100 for a shot. Mama, $100 for a shot. Imagine Jade going to his mama. It's time shot. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
timeline, and we ended the stream at a really cool part. I won't spoil for those of you who have never played Chrono Trigger before, but something really cool is about to happen in the game. One of the best parts of the game, in my opinion. And I can't wait to play it again on Tuesday night and pick up where we left off. So that was a great, chill fun. And again, to anyone who attended that stream last night, thank you as well. What I will say is this. Overall, yesterday, it was a great day for members. There was a bunch of gifted memberships on DSP Gaming, which was amazing. Outside of that, though, it was a pretty dead day for support. Now, Saturday was an amazing day for support. It was my anniversary event. So I'm certainly not going to sit here and complain. I'm just saying I hope it evens out. I hope that today we're back to business, full-time gaming. GTA 5 has been a favorite of the viewers.
And you weren't. You ain't make no money. You ain't do shit. You failed. You lose, sir. You lose. Okay? Okay?
I dribbled off at my it got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Sonny B. Funko, thank you for the super stick, honey. It's a super chat, not a super stick. I'm sorry, honey. Thank you for the 150 super chat, honey. Thank you so much. If someone can tell me what that currency is, that'd be greatly appreciated. You know, I don't like to be ignorant. I would like to thank people for what they give me. But thank you, honey. Thank you.
Street Fighter has been a mainstay
Iceland.
since June.
Wait,
that
but
people have...
what is it? A Krona? What is it's a
enjoyed. I hope that you'll consider supporting the channel and the streams today. Again, in any way that you can, as simple as a like or anything going above.
It's a Krona.
And
Okay.
Greatly
Okay.
appreciated.
Okay.
Sonny B. Falco, thank you for the 150 Icelandic krona. Super chat, honey. Thank you. Thank you.
It would be
I
great
want to
to
get
have
it
a
right,
solid
okay?
day,
I want to get it
particularly
right.
hitting
Thank
some
you. Thank
Tip
you.
skulls today would be great.
Silent
'cause we
Weapons,
didn't
what's
hit
up,
any
baby? How you
yesterday,
doing?
Okay. Fair enough. What are we doing today? We already mentioned we're continuing on with Grand Theft Auto 5.
So then why bring it up?
Mostly just story-based content is left
Oh,
in the game.
come on.
Although I think there are just a few little side missions left here or there, strangers and freaks and stuff. I don't think we're going to be doing them all. We're probably not going to do the Epsilon missions because I don't feel like running around finding cars. I don't have a strategy guide in front of me to do it, and quite frankly, I don't think it's going to be too fun for you guys to be watching me do that. You're going to probably be bored, right?
Yeah, but you can sit there and
so
like drive around and talk and interact with your audience as, you know, you're looking for these cars. Make it fun for your audience. You know, I thought you were an interactive streamer. You like to go ahead and, you know, talk and chill and make it fun and all that crap.
To continue on with the story, if there is a few odds and ends and things that open up in the map, I will do them.
No, as an interactive streamer, this verboten. Strategy guide verboten. Okay, you're supposed to sit there and experience it blindly so your audience can feel the authenticity of the content. All right? No strategy guides for interactive streamers.
But
999.
see, you know, what we come across today and try to make as good progress as we can. On the late stream tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is the continuation of my ranked climb in Street Fighter 6. Tonight it'll be Blanca's turn. Now, last time around when I played with Blanca,
That's how bored I was with him, man. I didn't even check the fucking Street Fighter fight, the Street Fighter stuff for, you know, for a video. I didn't even check that out. I gotta check that out later.
I made good progress, but I was having tons of issues with inputs. I just seriously kept dropping combos, and I couldn't explain it because as soon as I went offline and went to training mode, I didn't drop combos. It was only as I played online that I was dropping the combos, which begs the question: when I play this game at late nights streams, are the connections worse?
No.
Very well could be.
Oh,
it could be that.
No, what happens when you play the late night streams, right? You're playing when all the adults are home. So the adults are whooping your ass as opposed to the day streams where you might have some like fucking like, you know, kids who are just there who, you know, probably don't have school, or some pothead stoners who don't got shit else to do with their lives, so they're just sitting there playing the game away. Like, maybe it's that, but, you know, late at night, the adults got the controllers and they whooping ass. Done.
Later nights, the player base, there's more people using the servers, and even if it says it's a good connection, it's not as good and it drops more inputs. You guys don't realize with this rollback-based netcode that the entire FGC praises.
Yes, DSP, yes. People you don't like made something that people like, and it works. It works. The thing is that you suck. You abuse the shit out of your joysticks. I mean, your fight sticks. You go ahead and you freaking just like you abuse the lever. Like that last video I made with him with the freaking, that really irked the shit out of me. Where he's just like, you can hear the lever. Like you can hear it. Like bro, come on. You're mashing your inputs. You're not reacting. Okay, you're brute forcing, you know, these combos, these safe patterns that you've acquired online. Some people read them, they download you, and they beat you. That's it.
Rollback-based netcode drops more inputs than delay-based netcode.
I would like to see proof, sir. I want to see a video. You know what, DSP? You want to get back in the game? You want to get back to prominence? How about you create a video using your own content, using your own recordings, and prove that rollback netcode is bad? I want to see the proof, sir. Because you're dead set on this. You are just really dead set on saying this.
It does. It has less overall delay, but it has more dropped inputs. So if you're in the middle of doing something critical and important, and you drop one input, and now you lose, it's frustrating. And that happened to me a lot last time that I played with Blanca last week.
I'm sorry. Excuse excuse me. Whenever I played a fighting game online, I don't want to say it's not a thing, but I've never really experienced that. I personally never experienced dropped input. It's always input I didn't do correctly, or like I just didn't get it out on time. I've never experienced where like I've done it correctly and the move didn't come out. I think I probably bitched about it like one time on stream, like a little punk ass bitch, but I've never really truly experienced that.
Obviously, I'm hoping that won't happen tonight, but there's no way to tell what's going to happen. I did watch some more Blanca videos last night, and I'm going to try a couple more strategies. What it was last time, I couldn't do my Blanca-chan combos in the corner, and then after rewatching some videos, I realized, oh, it's because I was trying to do this one thing, and it's this other thing that makes it a little easier. I found a little bit of tweaks to my gameplay that I could possibly do to mix people up and or be more safe with my inputs, maybe not as risky as the things I was trying to do last time.
That is risky.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes tonight. I'm hoping for better progress. I basically am at 3-star diamond. Of course, the goal is to get to master. With 2 hours of gameplay tonight, perhaps we can get to 4-star diamond. I don't know. We'll find out. You know, I thought that's what was going to happen.
Okay, spoil it for me. Did he get to 4-star diamond? Did he, guys? Come on, guys. Come on, chat. Mods. Did he get to 4-star diamond? Mods. He did? Oh, okay. Congrats, I guess. Let me act like a little salty bitch. Congrats. 4-star diamond. Still in silver.
With my Honda, last time I played with him, I thought, oh, I'll go from 3-star to 4-star diamond or 4-star to 5-star diamond. And it didn't happen. It was a lot of losses. And like I said, since I am playing characters who aren't top tier right now, you know, both E Honda and Blanca are considered around mid-tier, I don't have the advantages of all these top tier people. And look at the vast majority of people who I'm playing in Diamond. It's all Kens and or other top tiers like Jewelry or DJ or Cammy. And they all play exactly the same safe patterns, the same stuff that quite frankly you can't really beat unless you get lucky. So I got to play solid. I got to get lucky. And I got to play consistent. And when I'm dropping combos like I was last time, that's...
So DSP is going to gamble. See that? You see that? He emphasized you got to get lucky. Got to get on that streak. You know, you got to get on a heater. You know what I'm saying? You got to gamble.
The opposite of the consistency I need to win. I want to see how hopefully it goes better tonight, really. I would love to keep making progress, and I want to hit master with these characters. Then we can move on to other characters. But I got to get there. I got to get back to where I was. So the grind continues tonight. Okay?
He had to take a sip for that one. Like, grind continues tonight. Like on some fucking UFC pay-per-view shit.
The road to master. 4-star diamond inbound.
Okay.
Tonight.
Tomorrow is a continuation of Armored Core 6. For those who were here on Friday, I liked the game a lot. So apparently it sucks.
I can't wait.
I hate to say it.
I can't wait to play this game. I want to play this game so badly. I'm seeing these mechs, and then like I saw one on Twitter where it's like the Nintendo GameCube mech. Like I don't care. Like I don't care if I don't beat the shit. Like I just big machines. I love big machines.
Always seems
sorry, I'm just goat laughing right now.
to be the reaction of people on the internet these days. If DSP is liking a game, it must be too easy or it must suck. And that's bullshit. Because the entire time that people were building up Armored Core 6...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I like to call kabuki theater. Engage and watch as Phil puts on the illusion of a narrative that is non-existent in order to rage quit the game.
They were saying, oh, it's the next game from FromSoft. It's very different from the Soulsborne games. It's a tried and true franchise that hasn't been around in a while. We'd absolutely like to see you play it and you know, see if you like it. So I play it, and I actually really like it. By the end of the stream, I'm customizing my mech for a cool color scheme.
You know what I want? I need to work on my stream deck, because I want, like, every time Jasper comes up, like, I want to put, like, the Circle of Life music. Like, it's a circle of life. Like, I want to put that shit.
I bought the quadruped or whatever, the 4 legs that can hover. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can't wait to play again. and I'm very positive. I think the only negative I even had was in the first major boss, which is the helicopter. It's a little frustrating because the game hasn't fully explained the game mechanics yet. But I learned them on the fly, and within like 4 or 5 tries against the helicopter,
I never had a problem with it.
And then everything else was kind of fun, smooth sailing, good progress, upgrading in the mech, having a good time. Right? Having tons of fun. So immediately people are like, oh, this is boring. We don't want to see
now, you know what I want to do,
That's not allowed.
I wanted to put like the Metal Gear music.
And be tortured and have a bad time. So because Phil likes the game, immediately it can't be a good game. And if you take a look, I'm not even kidding you, the views on that playthrough on demand on YouTube are terrible. Okay. Even compared to any of the games I've played recently.
Nobody gives a shit.
Seriously.
Nobody wants to watch it.
It's pretty much on par with the first few parts of like Chrono Trigger. Every other game that I kind of played recently has done better. And I'm like, wow. So all that build up.
So wait. Let's go back. Hold on.
Not even kidding you, the views on that
I need to go back. I need to hear that again.
Time. Right? Having tons of fun. So immediately people are like, oh, this is boring. We don't want to see Phil enjoy a game. That's not allowed. We want to see Phil be frustrated and be tortured and have a bad time. So because Phil likes the game, immediately it can't be a good game. And
to tell you the truth, that's not really true, because the thing is, even if you do enjoy a game, by what we mean enjoy is money. So when you enjoy a game is when you get lots of money, like organic money, not even like from like OIC. Like when you get organic money, that's when you truly enjoy a game. And even then, like, we don't get mad because then we get to make fun of the dumbasses that give you money. So that's not true. So like, even if you do, and then like, even if it's the game itself. So let's say if you're talking like what you're talking about is enjoying the actual game. Most of these games are fucking, like, kiddie, girly games anyway. So we make fun of you for liking these types of games. So I'm going to have to call bullshit on that one, guy. Like, you know, like, when you enjoy a game, like, it's still funny for us because the only way you truly enjoy games is with money. So, you know, we still get to laugh at the people that give you money. And then we get to laugh at the fact that the very next day or the very next couple of weeks, you go right back to begging anyway. And then when it comes to the game, like let's say if you're enjoying the actual game, it's usually like you're enjoying something stupid like, you know, the tutorial, or like it's Super Monkey Ball. Like, again, 30-ish-year-old man sitting there like, over Super Monkey Ball. Like, not even like, you know, enjoying it for the sake of, like, content with his audience. Like, literally getting into the spirit of the fucking game like a child. The Disney Princess game, again, another game. Nobody really wanted him to watch that. No, I mean, wanted him to play it. Like, even the detractors were like, you know, like, we're going to laugh at you, but, dude, like, this ain't the game to play. But he played it anyway, and it was funny. He got some good gold dust out of that shit. That's bullshit, DSP.
Look, I'm not even kidding you. The views on that playthrough on demand on YouTube are terrible, even compared to any of the games I've played recently. Seriously. Like, it's pretty much on par
hey, Kramer, what's up,
with the
baby?
first few parts of, like, Chrono Trigger. With the few, you know, every other game that I kind of played recently has done better. And I'm like, wow. So all that build-up, right, that people wanted me to play, I told you guys I was going to skip it, and then someone bought it for me because they wanted me to play it so bad. I play it, and it seems like no one really cares.
I mean, I'm going to have to call bullshit on that one again, because if no one really cared, they wouldn't have bought you the game. So, wouldn't you, again, you don't really have a taste in games. You don't really have a direction in games, you know, a direction in what type of game you like to play. I mean, you know what I mean. But someone wanted to see you play this game. So they bought it for you. You really don't have anything else going on. You don't. Because, again, your schedule is always some weird, strict bullshit that is dependent on other people. So you had nothing else going on. So someone gave you something. Someone fed you something that you can use for content. You could have played it. Got some money from your socks. and potentially gotten some more money from other people if you would have genuinely played it. Exactly. Hate Army. That's the other thing. DSP had no problem playing the game because there was no risk to it because there was no money coming out of his pocket.
Disappointing. I hope that's not the case. I certainly hope that if you guys like that playthrough, you'll come tomorrow. We'll have another fun 3-hour stream. I've heard there are very challenging things coming up, that there is like a really tough boss in the game that all streamers are rage quitting on and not continuing on with the playthrough.
He read a guide. You read a guide. I guarantee you he read a guide.
So I'm going to continue tomorrow. Maybe we'll get to that boss. I don't know how deep into the game it is, but I just upgraded my mech to a different type, and I'm dying to try it, honestly. I'm actually excited about tomorrow's stream, and I hope you guys, again, will join me and give the game a shot. But to me, it was like, people were, oh my god, it's FromSoft. I start playing it, and the first hour, people are liking it because the helicopter's beating me. And then the moment I defeated the helicopter, it was like, all right, I'm out. See you later. And people left. Like, wait, where are you going? Oh, well, you beat the hard part, so now, we don't want to see you enjoy the game. We're just here to be toxic douchebags.
My thing is, if that's the case, if that's the case, take the engagement. Again, why are you fumbling your own bag? Like, just take the engagement.
And since you're doing good now, we're out of here. Oh, okay.
Like Crackerjack, I guarantee you nobody said that. But the thing is, even if somebody did say that, so what? They came, they gave you the engagement, they gave you the views, take it. Okay, well, bye. Done.
The fuck? Really? Like, it baffles me. There was so many people asking me to play Armored Core. You must play Armored Core. You must not skip Armored Core. And I play Armored Core and I'm liking it. Oh, well, now we're moving on. The game sucks. What the fuck happened? It's such a ridiculous thing. It is. I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous when that kind of attitude hits, or, it pisses me off. I said I was going to take the time to put it into the schedule because you guys wanted it.
Again, this is the guilt. This is the kabuki. This is the part where he's guilt tripping people. He's gaslighting people. Like, it's a combo because he has to nobody asked for this. Nobody said this. Nobody has these thoughts. So he has to gaslight the people into having these thoughts. So therefore, he can go ahead and guilt them into giving him money. It's crazy. I love the combo. You got to gaslight the people into thinking this shit. Then you guilt trip them for thinking this shit. I love that. This is crazy.
And then I get that kind of response when I play it because I'm liking it. Again, if I hated the game, if I raged and I shat on it constantly, probably people would like it more. And that's what pisses me off too, because it's like, do you really want to see me just lie? Would you like me to just sit here at every game and act upset and get my blood
you're doing it right now.
Pressure up and scream like an idiot?
Personally, yeah, so you can catch a stroke and we get this shit over with. Personally, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But you're lying now.
Is that what you want? You want a character. Like, how dumb can people be to not understand that people who do that on the internet are a character?
Yes, you are a character. The thing is, you don't know how to separate the character from real life. That's the issue.
It's not genuine. It's just people acting up to get attention from other people on the internet. So why do you want that? This is me being honest and genuine about games. And in a lot of cases, I'm enjoying the games I'm playing today. What's the problem with that?
There is no problem. If there's no problem with it, why are you giving energy to the people who do have a problem with it? If they have a problem with it, they can just sit there and kick rocks, or they can just go ahead and watch something else. I'm not sitting there bitching about Armored Core, about you playing Armored Core. I want to play the game. I don't want to see you play it. So instead of me sitting there watching you fucking spoil the shit out of the game, I just don't watch it. That's it. That's it. Why do we have to give each other that energy?
Really? What is the problem with someone being real on the internet?
There is no problem, but the problem is you're never real.
Sorry that I guess you want to watch cartoons. Well, there's plenty of cartoons out there you can watch,
No, there's not a lot of people that actually look like a cartoon. Like, you actually look like a sketch that's drawn on a piece of paper.
The brain dead idiots watching them.
The only people that have brain dead idiots watching them is you.
Go ahead, watch a cartoon if you really want. But I'm not a cartoon. And it does upset me that people act one way and then give the people what they want. You give it to them. Oh, we hate this. What?
But what people? You only have 5 actual fans. So take that up with Ryan. Take that up with Jeff. Take that up with fucking Jaxer. Take that up that shit with them. You only have 5 people financing you. So why are you bitching at us?
I guess I should. Okay. All right, ready? Hold on. Hold on. I got an idea. You ready? Hold on 1 second. Today on the Level 1 podcast, we talk about how Armored Core 6 is the most overhyped piece of rotten dog shit, petrified dinosaur turd I've ever played. All this and more on today's show. There, are you happy now? Will you tune into the stream tomorrow? You know, it's like, come on.
Blue Guardian, what's up, baby? How we doing?
Anyway, I'm just trying to be real with you guys. You know,
But the thing is, DSP, you understand that you are a character because that's how you mock people. Oh, I don't do these things, but you do. You do those things to mock the people that you say do these things. And you do them in the most obnoxious fashion. So, yes, you're a fucking character. Like, you could have just said, look, these people are characters. But no. You have to go out the way and go, you're the one that I see on stream that goes, like, what the fuck is wrong with you fucking people? That screech and shit. Like, what's with the screeching and the weird noises? And like you're making fun of people for doing that, but you do that constantly.
So far, the first 3 hours, I thought the game was good. The thing is, like most FromSoft games, it doesn't have an elaborate story. It's basically just, okay, you're a mercenary, you're being told to go on these missions. So you do the missions, and there's more little comm chatter about the next mission. There's not much to it. I think really the core of the game is the gameplay and the hook of having a mech that you're constantly upgrading, changing the appearance, changing attachments, always kind of building it up a little better, a little tweak here, a little tweak there. I'm sure what's going to happen is there's going to be missions in it where you absolutely have to have a certain build, and we haven't approached that yet, but I bet there'll be times when you won't be able to beat it. For example, I was fighting that last boss, the Juggernaut, and it has a full shield at the front. So you have to be able to hit it from behind. Now, I happen to have equipped missiles that were area of effect, so they were hitting it from behind and stunning it. If I didn't have those, I might not have been able to beat the boss. I might have been able to, like, oh shit, I can't hit this thing at all, and I might have had to go back to reconfigure my mech and redo the whole mission so that I could get back to the boss and fight it in a different way. Luckily, I happen to have the right loadout. I feel like we will have times in the playthrough where that will happen, right? So,
a minute, guys.
I'm excited for tomorrow. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for more Armored Core 6, really. I hope it continues to be good and I like it and you guys like it. Hopefully you'll show up and support and we'll have a good stream together, okay? Tomorrow night, more Chrono Trigger. And we are actually heading into tons of fun stuff with Chrono Trigger tomorrow night. This is one of the best parts of the game where for just temporarily, well, all right, how about this? I'm not going to say nothing because for those who haven't seen Chrono Trigger, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil anything. I know if I open my mouth now, I'll spoil the plot for some people. So I'm not going to spoil nothing. All I'll say is we're in one of the best parts of the Chrono Trigger plot. I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow night, okay? And then on Wednesday again, it'll be more GTA 5 Endgame. I don't know if we'll beat GTA 5 between today and Wednesday. If we don't, it's okay. We'll still have more time to play it. It's not a big deal. But hey, if we did wrap it up, that would at least open up the schedule exclusively for Starfield and some Armored Core on the day streams, while the night streams could be dedicated to Street Fighter and Chrono Trigger. So let's see what happens with that. And then more Street Fighter.
Trash Man, thank you for the 499 super chat, hon.
It got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
He's having fun because he hasn't hit the hard parts yet. The difficulty spike is pretty large and he can't pay attention to multiple things. And, sweetie, we all know that Phil cannot pay attention to multiple things, so you know it's going to be a slaughter. Hopefully we get some good soul today. I need to make, I need some content. The well's been run dry on this channel. We need to rejuvenate. We need to reinvigorate. We need to reanimate. It's been dry, honey. It's been dry. But thank you, honey. Thank you.
Wednesday night, I'll probably alternate back to Honda and try to continue to climb. I'm about halfway to 5-star diamond with Honda. I had a really rough time with him last.
Well, you should alternate back to Honda because it looks like your wife might alternate back to a Subaru. Oh!
Time because again, fighting all top tiers, playing exactly the same. There's not much you can do. You have to just kind of get lucky and try not to be overwhelmed by the ridiculously overpowered top tier gameplay. And I'm not gonna rage about it. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. I do my best to continue to climb in the ranks. Okay, so I'm off on Thursday. Friday is the big day you all have been waiting for. Per your requests, I decided I will purchase the advanced version of Starfield, meaning I pay like $30-something extra, but I'll be able to play Starfield this Friday, as opposed to September 6th, which would have been sometime next week. So this Friday will be the premiere on the day stream, 3 hours of Starfield. Obviously, it's one of the most, let me put it this way, it's not like I'm hyped for it. I'm just greatly anticipating it because I really want to see what it is. With all of this discussion and discourse around it, will it be good? Will it suck ass? We're going to talk a little bit about that in just a minute because it's part of the news for today. But I'm really curious. It's more of a experiment of what this game will be and exploring it and trying to really figure out from a gamer's, but also almost like an analytical perspective, what this game is. Is it the game that will save Bethesda and Microsoft or not?
Don't care.
We'll find out starting Friday.
I don't give a shit
then
about
Friday night. Friday Night Fights, more Street Fighter 6.
I just want to
Saturday,
play the game.
Starfield will again be the daytime stream, and probably that night stream will be more Chrono Trigger, and we'll go from there. I'm not going to go through the entire next week's schedule, but that's what
I'm
we're
saying.
looking at for now.
Stupid.
Okay. Good. All right. So, I hope that sounds good, and I hope that you all are having a great time with all my content recently. And thank you for listening. Thanks for chilling with me today on the podcast. Thanks to those who've been watching everything recently. I really appreciate that. Now it's time for us to go to a little segment that I like to call Phil's Day Off, the best stories on YouTube. No.
I saw this. I saw this already, but it's just funny watching it again and again. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Shout out. Oh my god, this had to be done by a troll. Oh my god. What makes it funny? You already know what the color is. If you saw this already, you already know what the color is. You know who the color belongs to. You already know.
Newfoundland, Canada.
Damn, son.
You know what it is. Oh my god. And then it's like it's a fork and a spoon. I mean, a fork and a spoon. Fork and a knife. Because all he talks about is fucking food. The best stories on YouTube, and it's about fucking food. That's it. It's about running errands. It's about throwing out garbage. It's about finding out I feed the vermin in my backyard. It's about the fruit flies and other insects that I have roaming through my house. It's the fact that I neglect my wife and my cat. It's the fact that I go to the same spot every fucking day. Jesus Christ.
Oops, I have the wrong logo selected. If you can't tell, I actually have had some new artwork submitted. And this is not the artwork that I meant.
And it's like everything is broken. He's gonna, oh my God, he's going, yo, I'm calling it now. He's regressing. He's regressing. He's gonna go back to the old days where we're gonna have fucking like 16 fucking 10-minute videos. These are gonna be separate videos. I'm calling it now. These are going to be separate videos. You know me. You know how I get down. You know I see what's going down the pipeline. These will be separate videos. I guarantee fucking it. I guarantee it.
Select. That was the incorrect artwork here.
I'm telling you. I'm calling, yo. Nah, let's do it right now. I'm calling it right now. He's going to go ahead and hit, that's right. That's right, Track the Goose. He's going to have separate intros. After the separate fucking intros, he's going to go ahead and say that he needs to break them up because people don't want to search through the podcast to go through all that shit. So he's going to break them up into segments so that way people can find and watch exactly what they want. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
If I can find the correct artwork, here it is. A little segment I like to call DSPN. Gaming
Look
news.
at that.
I got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Gavin, thank you for the 99 super stick. I'm keeping it 100. That's right. Keep it 100 here. We keep it 100.
I feel
I'm sensing it now, man. I'm telling you.
now, and as you can see, I now have the ability to actually edit the colors. Check this out. Ready?
Oh, that's awesome, bro. Oh, yeah. So you could do that, right? So like I can edit your wife, right? Look, we could do that. You go there, and then we could just do. We could go here. We could just, we can do this. We can go back here. Oh, look, we can change it again. Look, you know you don't like that one. It's okay. We can go ahead and switch it up. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead and go with something different. Here we go. Here we go. Look. We can switch it up. Look, that's the green screen. That's a green screen for everybody. There we go. If everybody want to put their own shit on there, boom, there you go. They can put their own overlays on that shit. There we go. We got more. What are we doing? What we doing? We need you want to see some Velma Cat? There you go. Look, right there. We can do it right there. However you want it. However you want it. Hot and fresh, ready. There you go. You want to see something? You want to see something a little bit thicker? You want to see it like very, very, very super, super, super nice? Okay, here we go. Look, we're gonna do this right here. All right, we're gonna look. If she's a little lonely. We can switch it up. Ah, look, there we go. She could be chilling with Panda for a bit. We could do that. Such variety. This is what I like to call. This is my definition of variety. Okay, we're gonna go back to the rainbow cat because I like the rainbow cat.
Ooh. Oh. What color you guys want today? How about purple?
Ooh.
How about that? That looks pretty. We'll do a purple.
Thanks. That's my favorite color.
DSPN today. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I never realized what you can do with like a hue shifter, right?
I could do things by changing the color. I went from red to green, the blue to purple. Give me money.
All right.
Watch, what's up, baby? Dwight Race, what's up,
So
baby?
on today's news,
I don't know, Dwight.
It's all about Starfield, okay? So don't worry. I am going to talk some minor Starfield spoilers, but I'm not going to do it yet. I will warn you all when it's going to happen, so you know what segment that you should skip. If you want absolutely no information about Starfield whatsoever, I'll let you know when to skip, okay? And if you don't, boy, that was a tongue twister. If you guys don't know, recently, Overpowered Boone, a fan and viewer, has been posting up AI
I love it.
timestamps on his podcast.
And I love it. Overpowered Boom. Keep doing it, baby. I would like to thank you because, DSP does stuff for the detractors, so it's easier for me to just filter through the bullshit and get to exactly what I need to get through in case I can't find it through Pig Go. Thank you. Mwah. It's amazing. It's a great tool. Thank you so much, Overpowered Boom. Thank you.
So what AI does is it scans the podcast and looks for topics, and then it actually posts timestamps in the comments of the video. So you'll be able to skim and say, oh, there's the timestamp where Phil's going to start talking about this Starfield thing that I don't want to be spoiled, so I'll skip it. You see? So that's kind of cool that he started doing that, and it seems pretty useful. People are saying they're finding a lot of use out of it. So you'll know what point.
They're finding a lot of use out of it because they don't want to fucking watch the whole thing. They want to get to exactly what they want to see. That's not the flex you think it is, Phil. People don't want to watch the entire bullshit.
Part to skip, but not yet, okay?
Think about it. You have a small audience that don't want to watch the entire thing.
So, first thing I'd like to talk about is that there is a leaker who went out there and was leaking entire gameplay portions of Starfield. Someone had gotten copies of the game that probably shouldn't have had them, and was putting out entire chunks, 45-minute to hour-long segments of critical parts of the game. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm running on a planet.
Hey, what's up, Mariana?
Here's story elements. Here's it. They were basically spoiling the whole game. All right? Now, I've already told you guys a million times why I feel companies should no longer be giving out advanced copies of games. There's too much risk and liability. In the modern climate, there's too many people looking to get views and attention for this kind of bad behavior. So when these early copies go out, they're supposed to be for advanced reviews. People in the games media, and yes, the very, very golden boy and girl content creators who are red stamp or green stamp approved by a company like Bethesda to get early, to play it early, and then to put out early reviews. In the case of Starfield, the review embargo was lifted this Thursday, only 1 day before people can play it in advance on Friday if they pay that extra money. So it's really not that much of an advance. So why do they even need to do it? The answer is they don't. It literally is not going to benefit them having these copies out there early. But they still, for some reason, follow this incredibly archaic practice of sending these copies out 2 to 3 weeks early to certain people. Those people play the game, make a review that they release like a day or two before the game comes out. It's worthless. It's way too much of a liability in the modern gaming landscape. Too many people stand to benefit from leaking, as opposed to what the game would benefit from a positive early review.
Listen, from the leaks have been out. The only thing I've seen so far, because again, I'm not looking for that type of thing. I'm looking to enjoy the game on my own, The only thing I've seen so far is just basically like the character customization. That's about it. Again, I'm not in the business of business, so I don't care about what's going on. I want to see the product. I want to get my hands on the product, and I want to play the game. I don't care about what's being leaked. I don't care about ray tracing, these, that, whatever the fuck. Okay? I just want to know game works, game good to play, game comes out on this day, okay? Pay for it, done.
In reality, what should happen is these companies should say, listen, we've had enough. There's just not enough trust anymore in this gaming landscape. Our game comes out, you buy it and play it for yourself. Or wait for your favorite content creator, your favorite media outlet to buy the game themselves, play it themselves, review it honestly, and then...
But the thing is, how are they that, like, again... So, do you want us to... So, I'm not understanding... Like, I understand the kabuki theater here because you're just saying, okay, give the game to me and you watch me play it. That's the delusion that you're trying to push off to people right now. And you're trying to masquerade it as, like, yeah, give it to your favorite content creator, give it to your native media outlet. But wouldn't they be the same in the same spot as these gaming journalists? Wouldn't they also be the inner circle of untrustworthy people who would do anything to stay in that inner circle? So how about instead of doing that, I just buy the game when it comes out and enjoy it for myself.
For yourself if you want to buy it. We don't need the hype of advanced marketing and advanced reviews because the game's just goddamn good enough. So play it or don't, but be responsible with yourself and judge for yourself. If a game came out that was good and did that, that could literally change the entire gaming industry. But no one wants to do it. They all are pussies, and they all just adhere to the old tried and true archaic horror.
And this, I don't like, again, this thing with like pussy. Like, again, Phil, you are legitimately scared. I'm looking at a video. I was gonna do a short. I literally clipped the part where you're speaking to Keem and you're sitting there, your hands are in your lap. Your hands are in your lap. Going back and forth. Head down. Cowering. Okay? You sat there and you called Adam a pussy twice. And refused to interact with Rich or Craig. Stop. Please, stop that.
Shit. Okay? So they send out copies and always leaks. So in this case, there's a person who apparently is I guess he's a creator or something, and he actually found a way to underhandedly get the copies. This was not a situation where, like, oh, this guy works for IGN and he decided he was going to leak the game. This guy supposedly found a way to get them he was supposed to. Now, how exactly he did it, no one seems to know. Did he know someone who worked at a warehouse and he paid someone at the table to slip him a few copies? You know, nobody really knows the ins and outs yet. I guess there's actually a police investigation into it. But this person got a bunch of copies of the game early. And then not only was posting up content over to the internet to try to get internet popularity based off of that, but then apparently was also trying to sell copies illegally early. Like, he had these copies he wasn't supposed to have, and he was trying to sell them for, like, big money to make profits to sell these copies early. So I guess, thankfully, someone got the police involved, and the guy got arrested. Apparently it's a felony for what he did. I don't exactly know the ins and outs, I don't think the full details of the story are on the internet yet. But yeah, apparently the guy got arrested. So thankfully, this bullshit finally got stopped for once. Because how many times we hear about these big games coming out, and the entire game's leaked early, people have the copies early. How the fuck did that happen, right? So thankfully, they put the kibosh on it, alright? But it's pretty crazy, because now there's already information all over the internet, all about this game, that shouldn't be out there. You know, the embargo's been broken, okay?
I have not been affected in
what I'm about to talk about next could be considered minor spoilers for the game. It has nothing to do with the plot. It has nothing to do with major play elements. But it does concern play and exploration. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip this portion of the podcast. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. Woo, woo, woo! When I'm done with this part of the podcast.
I'm sorry.
In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. Woo, woo, woo!
What was that?
I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. Woo, woo, woo! This. Woo, woo, woo! I'm gonna go like this. Woo, woo, woo! Go like this. Woo, woo, woo! When I'm done with this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, now the reason why I'm harping on this, because just a few minutes ago, we were just criticizing him for lying about not being a character, about not doing goofy shit online, and here he goes, dead, look at his face, serious as fuck, doing this type of kiddie shit. But he's not a cartoon, though.
I'm gonna go like this.
Look, he's serious. Look, he has a like, I'm really doing this.
When I'm done with,
like, he's dead ass about this shit.
Part of the podcast. So when I'm done doing these minor spoilers, I'll go woo, 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 and then you can come back to the stream. Okay? There you go. So, as of now, minor spoilers. Skip them if you need to. And I hope the AI timestamp pick this up so people can skip if they want to. Okay? So, someone has posted up a video. It is legit. It looks completely legit. It doesn't look like it's fabricated. It looks like it's in-game engine. It is a 10-minute time-lapse video. What someone did is they wanted to test the actual confines of space exploration in Starfield.
I don't care about that, but I don't want to hear. There we go.
It's timestamped appropriately, and there you go. By the way, I just cannot believe that Master Chief is in Starfield. Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm just kidding. It's not true.
Again, not a character, right? But again, this over dramatic, silly.
Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm just kidding. It's not true. I made that up. That's not the spoiler. Anyway. All right, let's continue now. Okay, that's really it. Like, for game news today, that's really all I've got. There's really nothing else really going on right now in game news. So, you know, next time around, we'll probably talk about something different. Oh, crap, I hit the wrong thing. This is saturation. I want to hit color. There we go. I want to have it go back to red for now. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. So, everybody, thank you for listening to the... Thank you for listening to the news segment. But now I'd like to roll into the next. Before we do shout-outs, I have another segment that I'd like to talk about this morning. And it has to do with statistics. Okay? And the reason I'm really bringing this up is because of a particular video that we watched yesterday during my React show. But in particular, it very much applies to games and game sales numbers and a lot of other things when it comes to games. Player counts and things like that I feel are always misleading. And therefore,
Renals man, what's up, baby?
I don't know. Anyway, in this regard, all right, let's just start talking from where this idea came from, okay? Yesterday, I'm on my React show, DSP versus the Internet. People submit clips for me to watch and react to. Someone submitted a clip about statistics. And what the statistics were supposed to be was, what are the most unlikely things that could possibly happen to you? And some of the starter statistics were shocking. You have a 1 in 100 chance of having a bad brain tumor. Shit, really? 1 in 100? I don't like thinking that I could be the 1 in 100. I don't think that a 1% chance is slim when it comes to something that could end your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty crazy. And they were actually going on, like, more like a car accident is actually less of a chance that you could do that than have a brain tumor and stuff like that. Oh, my God. All right? But one of the statistics that came up that actually irked me is because it reminded me of other statistics that I hear all the time that sadly I feel misrepresent something because of context. So allow me to explain. The statistic was as follows. There's a ridiculous amount of high schoolers or kids in high school who play sports. Okay? And the statistic was like only an incredibly small amount of any high schooler who ever plays a sport will actually play it professionally. And I think it was like 1 in 700 will play it in the MLB or Major League Baseball. 1 in every 4,000 will play American football. 1 in 5,000 will play football or soccer. And then it was like 1 in 11,000 will actually play in the NBA or National Basketball Association.
Okay.
So, your chances are in so small, right? And I heard that statistic, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, this is why I don't like when statistics are used to try to push a narrative, okay?
This is one of those soapbox things. Okay.
Because obviously, what the narrative is in this video is that the chances of certain things are incredibly small. That's supposed to be like, what is the most unlikely thing that'll happen to you? Well, it's incredibly unlikely you'll play a sport in high school and then you'll do that for a living later, okay? That's the point of the video that the video was trying to make. But if you actually analyze what was just said in the video, okay? Let's analyze the basketball take, okay? Out of all high schoolers who play basketball, all right, only 1 in 11,000 will become an NBA player, all right? Okay, well that sounds incredibly unlikely and incredibly tiny. But what you don't realize from when they're giving that statistic, all right, is that they are using generalized numbers that aren't in context and don't actually apply to the situation. So let me give you an example. Likely what they did is they took a sample size of everyone in high school who's played basketball, right? We're not talking about people who are like trying to be in the NBA. We're talking about anyone who ever joined the basketball team. How many high schools are there, right? And how many kids join the basketball team? Each high school has a basketball team of what? 15, 20 kids, right? So multiply that times the time of amount of high schools that they have, and then divide by the number of actually get into, you know, the NBA, and you get 1 in 11,000. But that's not accurate. What's accurate, the real number that should be pertinent, that they should be providing, how many high schoolers who actually try to play the sport professionally and get into the NBA actually get into the NBA. Because, for example, at any given high school, let's say you have a basketball team of 20 players. What? Maybe one of them is good enough to think that, hey, maybe I could go to college and do this. And then when they're in college, they think, hey, I was so good at this in college, maybe I could do the NBA for the rest of my life. This could be my job. Very rarely will you find a person who thinks that they're good enough that they'll actually aim to do that. It's not like, well, every single person who's ever played basketball aspires to be an NBA player and will do everything they can to try, right? Most people, they play it casually, and then they move on with their lives. I mean, they're not going to sit there and focus on it forever, you understand? So
the thing is, what makes this so fucking stupid is just like, again, he's applying romanticism to this where it doesn't apply, because I'm pretty sure that most kids that like, you know, aspire to play sports, they aspire to, you know, to get to the top. And I think that's the pool. Like, you know, when they do these statistics, I think these are the kids that they find. It's not like they just find like a whole bunch of like kids. Like DSP's not putting into the like. He's doing what he's accusing these people of. Okay, because he's not taking into account maybe that these statistics are coming from kids who actually want to aspire to work, you know, to be in sports. Again, DSP, like, the world is, I mean, like, even our country, it's way larger than you expect. Okay? And when we're talking about professional sports, again, it's not like something that it's like the next level, like it's like, you know, like after college, you just go. Professional sports is the elite level of competition. So it's not about them just being able to play the game. It's also them adhering to the discipline of being in an elite level. Yeah, exactly. He's not taking a lot of factors into consideration.
When they're giving these statistics out, and they're saying only,
like, he's trying to say, like, these guys are not applying the pignosis. Like, these guys are not taking the pignosis into account. Like, you know, like, they're doing these statistics. They don't know if these kids want, like, no. It's a generalized study. Like, you don't need to do all that.
1 in 11,000. Yeah, 1 in 11,000 out of everyone who plays basketball in high school. But what about those who actually are good and try to get to the NBA? How much you want to bet it goes from 1 in 11,000 down to like 1 in 400? Something way more likely. As long as you bust your butt, you can actually find it way more attainable. Still a gamble, but way more realistic.
But the thing is, like, no, because I think that they took that into account already. Like, again, there's like 1 in 400. Like, that's how many, like, we were talking like someplace in New York City. Like, let's say someplace like New York City. You're saying like 1 in 400. Dude, my school, I had like 2,000 students in my high school. The dudes that try to apply were in the hundreds. You're not thinking in terms of scale, Phil.
About those statistics is it's purposely presented in a way out of context to make it sound a certain way. All right?
But again, DSP, like, you're trying to set up a narrative yourself because you're trying to say that if they actually applied, the context of looking for students who are actually trying to bust their butt and get to the NBA, you're trying to provide a context like, oh, if you work hard, you can make it. You can do it. I mean, like, in some cases, that's not a reality. Because then you have to take other things into account. Okay, you go ahead and you bust your butt, but then you go and break your knee. You go ahead and bust your butt, but then, you get caught up in some kind of charge.
Here's why I don't like that. Because here on the Level 1 podcast, every day, we talk about things like concurrent numbers of players on Steam or on a console. We talk about overall game sales numbers and how a game broke a record. Oh my God, it's the best-selling game on Xbox. It's the best-selling game of the season. It's the best-selling game of the year. It's the highest ever rated game. It's the highest ever this game, that game, this. And every time you hear one of those numbers, what you don't understand, all right, is that it's all within a certain realm of reference to make it sound better. Rarely will you ever be presented with a statistic in your life that's actually going to be in a context that will make factual, objective sense. Usually when you're presented with statistics, it's because someone's trying to push a narrative on you. So when you hear this game is the bestseller game, blah, 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 this many copies sold, you always have to approach that with some skepticism. And
I don't, because I don't focus. Like, this is not, I have a life. I don't do that. I don't have to. It's the best-selling game on Xbox. That's not drawing, like, that level of advertising doesn't work on me.
I'll give you a couple cases in point here of how these numbers have been very misrepresented over the years for me, okay? So, for example, all right, let's say a game says it broke sales records and it had a big amount of sales. All right, that's great. But what about if that game was on Game Pass? Because a lot of games are on Game Pass, all right? And you may not realize this, but Microsoft actually considers any download of a digital video game as a sale. That is incorrect from an objective standpoint.
I don't.
Just because you have a subscription-based service and you downloaded a game does not mean it's a sale of the game. You did not actively purchase it. You just got access to the license through your subscription-based service. That is a complete...
Excuse me. Phil, can we rewind that back?
access to the license through your subscription-based service. You just got access to the license through your subscription-based service. That is a completely different situation.
Now, the reason why I played that back, because he understands the concept of licensing in games. I like that. It's going to come in handy for that copyright shit. Thanks, DSP.
Than someone who opened their wallet and said, here's $60 or $70 so I can purposefully and permanently purchase the rights to your game. In fact, at any moment, you could discontinue your subscription service and you've lost the access to the game. So how is that a game sale? It doesn't even make sense.
Just like you could buy a game digitally and lose access to the game. That's happened. I mean, you've complained about that happening. So, right? Am I right? Right? Huh?
But they always count that in the numbers of sales for games now. And that is not accurate at all. It's completely misrepresented, and it's been overinflating sales numbers of games now for about 2 or 3 years. And a lot of people don't realize that. They just, oh, that game did so well. Actually, no. Like, very few people bought it, but because it was a day one Game Pass game, ridiculous amounts of people just downloaded it to try it, and probably never even went back and played it ever again, but then they tout it as a ton of sales when it really didn't sell. It's bullshit.
But like, what is up? Like, I understand that you're trying to, like, I gotta see what this is pertaining to, because you're salty about something. But the thing is, why are we on the soapbox? Like, we're trying to say these people need to stop lying. We need to hold these game companies accountable. What's the summary here? Give me the all in all.
I would think a much more important statistic there would be how many people actually played the game more than a few minutes.
No, that's not. If it's the highest, that it's a purchase. Once the transaction is completed, it's a sale. That's it. Transaction completed, sale. Done.
Right? If you got a game on Game Pass, how many people actually got 30% into the game before they dropped it?
Again, that has nothing to do once the transaction is. I mean, like, I'm not talking about the Game Pass portion, but I'm talking about how playing the game relates to an actual sale. So it doesn't. Once the transaction is completed, that's it. You can do whatever the fuck you want with the game.
Right? That would be more meaningful to me. How many people like a game to the point where they keep playing it? Versus how many people...
I don't care about what other people do in relation to my enjoyment. Like, I like what I like. I don't care what everyone else is talking about. I buy what I like. I play what I like. I eat what I like. I date who I like. I don't depend on other people for that shit. Exactly, Darksy.
Just got it on a subscription service because it was free, played it for a minute, said, fuck this, it sucks, and never ever played it again. But you will never hear that statistic, even though it's very probable you can find that out by analyzing things like achievement data and stuff like that. They'll never talk about that. Here's another situation you guys don't realize. I
was just talking about this shit. Phil is the he's the guy that they made that fucking, like, when they make a claim and they have to put all that fine print. He's the guy that requested that shit. Like, you know, we're the best car in 2023 based on a. That's Phil.
Tout these sales numbers for the huge AAA games. Were you aware that they're always counting sales for console bundles? Yeah. If you actually look at game sales numbers, were you aware that Wii Sports is actually one of the best-selling games of all time? How many people actually bought Wii Sports? Literally zero. No one ever bought Wii Sports. But the game was packed in with the Nintendo Wii for so long that everyone who bought a Wii got Wii Sports, and they actually considered that as a game sale.
What if people actually wanted Wii Sports and they had to play the Wii to get it? I mean, to play it. Maybe the bundle, maybe the star of the bundle was the Wii Sports. I'm just saying.
So if you look at top games sold, Wii Sports is on there. Literally no one ever bought the fucking game. So when you hear sales numbers about a game, for example, the God of War series, right?
Hold on. I gotta do this. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do this. Yeah, exactly, JJ.
JG went out. Thank you for the 49 Super Chat, hun. We have coffee as hot warnings because of people like Phil. Exactly.
I got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Phil's the type of person you gotta go ahead and put the label where it says you gotta fill the water up to this line for the macaroni. You know, the microwavable macaroni. You gotta go ahead and fill the water to this line. Cause of him.
Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to derail. I'm sorry. I gotta do this. I need to hear this. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to derail. Here we go. I'm just gonna do this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna annoy the shit out of some of you guys right now, but I need to hear this. I need this for my sanity. Okay? All right, here we go. Need this.
Now listen, don't get me wrong here. The God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok games are outstanding games that in their own right sold tons. But they're also counting those games as bundled in with console sales. And in particular, PS5 had an entire wave of PS5 consoles that had God of War Ragnarok included, and every one of those console sales was considered a sale for God of War Ragnarok. In reality, people were buying it because PS5 was in short supply and they wanted a PS5, and every time PS5 went on sale, they bought them all up. So can you really count those as official game sales for God of War Ragnarok? I don't think so. Like, I don't think that actually it should say that at all. But I just think it's ridiculous that when we hear these statistics in our daily lives, we just take them as face value truth, when in reality, most of these statistics that you're hearing
Cat dancing to this. Cat dancing to this
bullshit.
makes it so
They're
much
never
better.
put into context of what's really going on, and therefore you always think one thing that's not true. I always hear this sales number, that this is the next game that had the most concurrent players on Steam. And the next game that had the most
shout out to
concurrent
Base
players on
Drew.
Steam.
Hold on.
Yeah, but what is the
Base Drew got the facts. Big up Shinko Fleur. Big up, baby. Been listening in the background. Wii Sports sold over 41 million copies separate of the Wii console. Bang, 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 bang. There you go. There you go, Phil. You're wrong. Objectively, factually wrong.
situation of that exactly?
Come on, break it down, Cat.
Right?
Come on, hey.
Is there a free trial going on that everyone's jumping on the game and they fucking play it for like a day? You know what I'm saying? I hear this all the time and it's always bullshit. It's like, spin me the right data.
I'm trying to find out, Chalky Mick. I'm
Don't
trying
tell
to
me
break
what
it
you
down.
want me to think. Tell me what's actually true. Because in reality, that's what statistics are meant to do. But what happens is statistics have been used over the years in so many manipulative ways to make people think something about something that's just not true. Okay? I keep hearing statistics about Oppenheimer, the movie. All right? Now, I'm not saying the movie's bad, and I'm not saying the movie's not doing well. But first I hear, okay, so it's like the top 5 Nolan North movies. Then it's the top 4 Nolan North movies. Oh, wait, well, that's domestic gross. But now it's finally hit this with the...
What? What? Wait. Who the hood? Who the hood? What? Who they? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that be? Who that? Who that? That not that. Who that be? Hold on, who that? He don't make the movie.
Wide gross. Wait, now it's actually the best grossing movie that's a rated R movie, but except for 2 others, and it's like, what are all these statistics? They don't mean anything. They really don't.
Okay.
It's stupid. The statistics are meaningless. And then you hear, well, Super Mario Brothers movie was the best movie of all time, money-wise. But then you look at other statistics and say it actually didn't even break top 5. Wait, what? But I thought you just said it was the highest grossing movie. Well, it's not. Actually, that was very a subjective rating with certain markets and certain things. If you look big picture, this movie did better, this movie did better. Like, wait, what? Did I say Nolan North? I meant to say, I didn't mean to say Nolan North. I meant to say Christopher Nolan, right? Christopher Nolan movies. I said Nolan North, excuse me. I got my Nolans confused. But anyway, you see the point I'm making here is that these...
The point I see is that obsess over dumb shit. That's the point. That's the point. Hold on, wait. I gotta say it in tune with this music. That's the point, DSP. What I'm seeing here is that you obsess over nothing because you have nothing else going on with your life. Your family is non-existent. Your parents do not care about you because You're not around. You have no friends. You have no children. You have a cat that you neglect. You wake up every morning and you load up the stream and do absolutely nothing. So, in order for you to seem like you have anything going on for yourself, you obsess over bullshit that no one cares about. Yeah.
Numbers and statistics are used all the time to make things sound a way that are
Like,
bullshit.
you can tell, like, it's a nothing burger. Like, yo, he's shaking right now. Like,
Always have to be very skeptical. And
like
not
what's up? What's got your jimmies in a bunch?
listen, because so many people think things about games, about movies, about anything, and they just think, oh, that's truth now. All right? I'll give you a really good example of how getting a first impression about something and just believing it at face value can completely destroy its chances. All right? Do you guys remember the launch of the Xbox One console? Do you remember that? So at the launch of the Xbox One, if you remember, Don Matrick. Who remembers Don Matrick? Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know who that is. I'm not in the business of business. I play the games.
This guy was a jackass.
Like, I know about Nintendo because, you know, like, I love Nintendo, but I love Nintendo. That's about it. But I'm not into the... What the fuck I look like looking at a fucking company's org chart and shit? Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like...
And when he presented the Xbox One at that particular E3, I think it was like 2013, he completely mismanaged it. He mispromoted it. He was saying things like, if you don't have an internet connection, use the Xbox 360. This is not the console for you. No, you can't trade games with your friends. We don't care about that. Basically, really anti-consumer things, all right? Now, what ended up happening was, because there was such backlash against the design of the Xbox One, Microsoft changed an insane amount of things about the console before it released that fall to be more in line with what gamers wanted. The problem was...
Yeah, like, I got an Xbox One. You know why I got an Xbox One? You wanna know why? Because I want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. You see how that works? The game I want to buy so badly, I wanted to play so fucking badly, I bought a console for it.
The damage had already been done. Most gamers heard the initial reports that the Xbox One was anti-gamer. You can't trade in games. You can't borrow games. You can't do this. You can't do that. You need an internet connection. And when they heard all...
I mean, like I said, I buy shit because I like it. I didn't have to experience none of this bullshit.
...of that, they immediately just flipped the switch. Well, I don't want an Xbox One then. I'm never going to be listening to this ever again. And then they didn't buy...
I found out they were making Pew Pew Cowboy 2, Cowboy Game 2, and that's it. I copped one. That's it. That's it. You're getting the gang back together. Dutch got a plan. Okay. Gotta play this shit. Oh, no, I need a console? Fast that. Bought it.
launch. The console...
I mean, I'm trying to find like... I'm trying to pinpoint what this is relating to.
Massively undersold. And it took so long in the console generation for the Xbox One to actually get a solid foothold because there was this negative association with the console because of Don Matrick. So when you hear a statistic at first about a game or a movie and it sounds so overly positive, right? You tend to believe it. Did you know that Final Fantasy 16 actually has not sold very well and Square Enix is actually very disappointed with its sales results?
I don't care.
But most people don't know that because initially they reported 3 million sales in the first week. And
you know when not giving a fuck about shit like this started? When I was a kid. With fucking toothpaste. 9 out of 10 dentist degree. I don't give a fuck. Fuck those guys. 9 out of 10 dentist degree. I don't like none of those motherfuckers. Like, does it taste good? Like, I gotta brush my teeth anyway. It's all look like the same shit. It's all like fucking got fluoride and shit in it. Like, yeah, I gotta use this shit to brush my teeth anyway. So like, can I brush my teeth with it? Okay, that's it, done. I don't give a fuck about how many 9 out of 10 dentists agree. Because then I gotta go look into context. I gotta go look for that fucking 10th doctor that didn't agree with me. I gotta hunt that motherfucker down because I gotta find out why the fuck didn't he agree with this one toothpaste. he knows something that these other motherfuckers don't. You see, then you go nowhere. Nah.
It was like,
I don't care. I don't care about this shit.
wow, 3 million sales of a game is outstanding. That's absolutely amazing, and I can't believe that. But they were all pre-orders. After that, the sales of the game statistically, factually, objectively tanked.
So wait, let's
Because
go back. Let's go back with that.
The game statistically can't believe that. But they were all pre-orders. After that, the sales of the game statistically, factually, objectively tanked. Because as people actually got their hands on the game, only the first 3 million really were fanboys of Final Fantasy and loved it. And word of mouth was, it's just an action-based RPG.
So wait, the transaction still happened.
It's not doing that well. A lot of people crapped on it. It's not my Final Fantasy. And therefore, the game didn't overall sell anywhere near the expectations of what Square Enix wanted.
I mean, again, what are these expectations, Phil? Because I remember I made a short about these like the last time you spoke about expectations was with The Sims 4, where you were wrong. You were absolutely wrong about that shit. So can you tell me what were the expectations? Can you pull up these like tweets or like reviews or something? Because like I feel like this is like a lot of people all over again.
For it. In fact, they were hoping it was going to blow Final Fantasy 15 out of the water, and as of today, it hasn't even sold as well as Final Fantasy 15 up to this point since its release. You understand? So, yeah. Now, well, that's only for PS5. That's only for... You can spin it however you want. A fact is a fact. But they have been pushing this narrative that Final Fantasy 16 is a great selling game.
What you mean? What you mean, Reem? What you mean? Hold on. You wildin' right. How you gonna tell me some shit like that? In the middle of, hold on. Gotta check that out.
In reality, it's...
No, Joseph, thank you for the $5 super chat, hon. I have my ass off the one doc. He knows something these other motherfuckers don't know. Had me giggling at a lunatic at a client house. Client show. Thanks, they think I'm a psycho. You're not a psycho, honey. You're normal, honey. You're normal. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
All right. We're gonna go ahead. All right.
Pancakes are ready.
Take a break. Take a break. It was fun while it lasted. I'm sorry.
Actually one of the worst performing Final Fantasies in the last 20 years.
It
actually has not done well. It tanked after that initial week, and no one really is even talking about it anymore. It's done. But do you know that? You can find the data. It's out.
But why do I care? Like, again, like, let's say if I bought the game and I like the game, that's it. I like the game. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else to it. I don't give a shit. All I want is the game. I gotta change the title.
They're on the internet right now for you to find, but no one knows that because all you heard was the initial misinformation statistic.
I know. I just found out about the game. That's it. And then I've realized if I wanted to buy it or not right then and there. Like I said, I just need something to let me know that the game exists. I do my own due diligence, and I decide right then and there whether or not I want to purchase the game. Just like I said, Red Dead Redemption 2. All they had to do was announce it. We got Red Dead Redemption 2 in the pipeline. Boom. That's it. Why? Because the brand of, Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Revolver. When I used to play gun, I like Western games. So this was, something I could get into. Easy.
Phil, the pancakes are ready. Rod Smile, thank you for the $5 super chat, hun. Shalom. Thank you.
I don't need anybody to... Hey, what's up, King Jet? I don't need anybody to give me some fucking data for me to analyze to determine whether or not I'm going to play a game or not. That's for me to do it.
You see?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Lang. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I don't care how much Elden Ring sold. I don't care, like, what were the, frames per second. Like, I wanted to play the game. That's it. Done.
That's how things work. And that's what I'm saying. You guys got to listen to the facts and not the spin. Because this spin happens all the time. That YouTube video.
Oh, I love this. Let me get this part right here. What is it right here? Hold on. Let me go back. That's the facts, not the spin. I love that. I'm gonna use that in the future. Let me get that. Let me save that. Let's continue.
Watched yesterday, I get it. The whole point of the video was, what is the most improbable thing? Well, if you're just a casualized person playing basketball in high school and you don't really care so much about being in the NBA, yeah, your chances of actually hitting the NBA are 1 in 11,000. Okay, but what if I'm good at basketball? I think I have a chance. I work my ass off and I actually try. What are my actual chances? That's the statistic that's really more meaningful.
I mean, but what if that statistic is still a harsh reality that you really don't have a good chance of playing fucking basketball? Like, you see what I'm like? This is a I kind of like this. This is why I'm not bugging the fuck out, because this discredits every single fucking thing that comes out of his mouth. He shows once again the fallacy in his logic, because the thing is, you can add all these factors. It doesn't take away the main point of what, the statistics are trying to prove. Same thing with his stories. When he sits there and he gives you the entire context, he tells you everything that goes down. That still doesn't take away the fact that what he did was bad. Like the slave trade joke. Okay, you said something very racist. You catch heat for shit like this. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a fucking sheriff that's so corrupt that he can go ahead and be, capable of selling a girl off to the slave trade. Yeah, you can use YouTube, same thing. So you can sit there and put those factors in and get you can get a very different number. But that number is still going to tell the same story. Exactly.
Because it's in context. But people won't
exactly,
put that shit in context.
Exactly.
They'll always take it out of context or specific context to make it sound to the narrative that they want.
I mean, we could apply this to many things. Like I said, this could be applied to, like, when the tractors say shit about him and he doesn't provide the full, they don't have the full context. They only give you a piece. Again, DSP, if we provided the whole story, everyone would still come to the same conclusion. So this rant is null and void.
All right? So there you go. That's what you got to be very skeptical about. And I hope that at least me talking a little bit about it to my audience today, maybe you'll be a little bit more skeptical, a little bit more.
So again, this is another rinse and repeat rant. Like, okay, don't listen to the outside noise, because what happens is they only give you a piece. They don't give you the whole thing. They don't give you the full context. And once again, DSP, it doesn't matter, because even with the full context, the narrative stays the same, or the truth stays the same, or whatever you want to call it. The optics stay the same, what have you.
Careful about what you actually believe when you're hearing initial sales numbers, initial reaction.
Again, you're hearing WWE champions, you're hearing Jin, you're hearing, I DoorDash every night.
Initial day, blah, blah, blah. There's usually a spin involved in all of it. The movies in particular recently have been real bad. They always try to spin a
What's
movie
up, Miles?
in a way
How you
that makes
doing,
it
baby?
sounds way better than it is, or way worse than it is. You really don't know how well a movie is done until like 2-3 weeks after. Then the dust is settled. You get the worldwide box office growth. You get a more bigger picture. All these little numbers they throw at you at first for a movie's performance mean absolutely nothing because they're not in context yet.
They don't mean absolutely nothing because I don't pay attention.
So there you go.
Mega call.
Just be careful. Always be skeptical. Take everything in life with a grain of salt, because there's always someone who's looking to try to spin it for their own personal gain or their own agenda, and you got to be careful about that. And by the way, I'm not crapping on anyone. There's entire industries based around this. I'm not shitting you. There's entire industries based around this.
Okay.
There's people who have literally designed entire ways of work around spinning numbers so that they can get ahead.
You don't say. Really? Really? You don't say. I'm as shocked as you are, sir.
So when there's people who 24/7, this is my job, this is what I do. I spin shit to fool people. That's when you really got to be skeptical about what you're being told about stuff. Okay? Okay. All right. So there you have it. Those are my topics for today. What I'd like to do is a little bit of shout outs for those who have contributed. And obviously open up to a little bit of Q&A before we jump into Grand Theft Auto 5 today. Okay? So there you go. All right. Are we ready? Let us go ahead and start with shout outs. So today we have to start on the YouTube side of things. So earlier we had B-Boy Cyclone, who re-upped his membership for a whopping 27 months and says, what's wrong with watching you rage at a FromSoft game? Nothing. Listen, if you enjoy watching me rage at a game, that's perfectly fine. But I'm not even kidding you. The response I'm seeing to me playing Armored Core 6 was, oh, well, it was a FromSoft game, and we were expecting Phil to fail endlessly and rage at it as if it were Dark Souls. He's not doing that. Therefore, this is not fun, and we're moving on, and we're not going to watch or support it.
I mean, but that's their right. Phil, that's their right. They're not beholden to you. They have no obligation to you whatsoever. So just be thankful that they stopped by at all and keep it pushing.
That I don't understand. Like, why do I have to not like a game for there to be enjoyment? Why can't I actually enjoy something?
That's your brand.
And then have it be quality?
That's what you created as your brand. That's that's what you default to anyway. So why complain?
Why are so many people on the internet based around toxicity and negativity instead of actual genuine joy? That's what gets me.
That's what
on YouTube right now. If I made a video that said this is the absolute best,
some troll on the back end, something peaked them off. Because again, this is a whole. He's talking about statistics and he's wrapping it up like, he's. Something got to him because he's talking about statistics and then he's applying that to not believing shit. And we all know that is the same as all his, don't listen to the white noise bullshit. And right now he's talking about the toxicity in YouTube. Something's up. Something's up.
Game I've ever played and you must check it out. And if I also made a video that said this is the absolute worst game I've ever played and you must avoid it like the plague and here's why, let me rip it a new asshole. The negative video will get 10 times more views than the positive video. And I can outright show you evidence of that. Not skewed statistics, but realistic ones. All you got to do is head over to my old edited content channel, KO Gaming. I made a video about how Homefront the Revolution was the worst game I had played to that point, and that video got over 1 million views within a couple of weeks. Then I made a video about how Uncharted 4 was my favorite game of the year, and here's why. And that video pulled in a couple tens of thousands of views. And that was it. That's the divisive difference.
Sir, I would like to go ahead and challenge you on that, because the thing is, wouldn't you say that you're doing the same thing that you're accusing other people of? Because my thing is, did you take into factors of consideration of the upload dates, the time of, the atmosphere of the game, of the uploads? Those are the things I want and need, because, I need the facts. I need the big picture facts. So you just saying this and say, because this is there, I must be telling the truth, but you're not telling me the whole story. And I just heard you rant for almost 45 minutes about, listening to the whole story instead of the spin. And right now, that sounds like spin. I'm just saying.
Between positivity and negativity, enjoyment and toxicity and hatred. I don't get it. In life.
What I don't get is that why does your hand always default to meat beating position? Look at that right hand. Look at that right hand. Look at the right hand. I mean, look at both hands, but the right hand specifically.
Difference between positivity and negativity, enjoyment and toxicity and hatred. I don't get it.
It's weird. Let's go back. Look at that.
That's the divisive difference between.
Not when I go into Glizzy Overdrive.
positivity and negativity.
Sorry.
Enjoyment and toxicity and hatred.
Sorry, he's just...
I don't get it. In life, I would much
Exactly.
rather be doing something that I enjoy than something that I hate. I would much rather play a game that I think
Ryan
is one
Agent,
of the
what's
best
up,
games
baby?
I've
How you
ever
been?
played and
Hope you're
share that with
chilling.
you than play a game that I think is a piece of overhyped, underdeveloped, unfinished dog shit and rip it a new asshole. But that's supposedly what people want to see, and that's what I don't understand. Why did so many people on Earth become so fucking negative and toxic? What happened to humanity?
I mean, you, Phil. It was you this whole time. You being one of the most prolific YouTubers on this planet. You, who stepped onto the YouTube scene in its infancy. You molded this, right? You were getting millions of views. That means millions of people were watching your content, absorbing the hate that you were portraying through the screen. And they molded themselves in your image. What you got is a whole bunch of Phils looking right back at you. Because you made them. Because again, what was there on YouTube back then? What was on the internet back then? It was you, Phil. So, once again, you being the greatest, you being the most influential, you being the most prominent YouTuber has bit you back in the ass. Because since you were on YouTube, you were everywhere on YouTube, you were spamming these videos on YouTube. All the King of Hate stuff, you created these little monsters. Those monsters reproduced like gremlins. Someone put water all over them. They multiplied everywhere. And now it's just nothing but hate and toxicity. Because that's all they know. Because that's all people know how to do is act like Phil, because that's what Phil was doing back then. Phil was everywhere. It's Phil's fault.
Was it always like this? Because I can tell you, back in the day, when I was doing YouTube videos, it was a mix. There definitely were people who were along for the ride, and when I played a great game, people loved that feeling of me enjoying a game and having a good time. My Game of the Year contenders always had the biggest views and big engagement, and everyone loved them. Now it's like, if, you know, because I rarely try to play bad games, oh, well, he's not raging anymore, so we don't care. Like, what? It doesn't make sense.
I mean, that's what's called branding, DSP. That's what you were known for, so that's what attracted people to your brand. Now that you weren't doing that anymore, people are no longer attracted to your brand because they don't like this new direction that your brand is going to. Simple. That's it. I mean, my thing is it's business business major degree 101.
I'm very upset about this. I am. Because does this mean that I'm not allowed to just enjoy what I'm doing anymore?
I mean, but why are you talking like this? You're singing? Like, the inflection is weird. The thing is, people are just saying, like, you're boring, and they like it when you rage, because that's the only form of value you bring in terms of entertainment. I'm just saying, like, my God.
I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy Armored Core 6 so
It just didn't sound right. I want to enjoy myself.
far. I like it. I'm sure there'll be parts coming up that will be rage-inducing and challenging, but I'm actually having a good time with the game. So now every time I play it, I have to expect that people aren't going to show up and support, that it's going to have terrible views because I like it? Huh?
I like it?
But if I hated it, and if my first video
what's
was,
up, baby?
oh my God, the first boss is impossible, and these game developers are assholes for making it this hard, that video would have had 20,000 views.
Yeah, I mean, but, like, my thing is, why are you acting like you're doing this for the integrity? Like, bro, you're doing this for the money. Get the money. Get the engagement. Get the ad revenue. Get that bag, son. Come on. You've already fucking given out your dignity of over 15 years on the internet. Just do it. Come on. Fuck it. Come on. Get in. Cash, cha-ching.
Right now, want to know how many views it has? 2,000 views on part 1. So what the fuck is wrong with people? Honestly, why do people only want this negativity? I don't get it. That's what irks me about Armored Core. And listen, I get it. If you watch me play a fighting game, if you watch me play a Soulsborne game, or maybe a first-person shooter online, and I'm raging, there's hilarity there. I get it. I understand it too.
I love it. I love it.
That people tune into me for different reasons. But I don't think that just because I like a game, now my playing of that game, I should expect it to be like a big reduced amount of attention and success and support because I like it.
Phil, I'll be 100 with you. I'll be absolutely 100 with you. If there's a game that you're playing where you're genuinely playing this shit, like you're not playing it because it's the hottest game out, you're not playing it because, you know, it's just something that you want to force people to do. It's a game that came out, you're playing it, and you're thoroughly enjoying it. I would want to watch that because I would find that scientifically fascinating. Like, no money's involved. Not that people are giving you money. Like, you're playing the game, and because of the mechanics of the game, the story, the gameplay, all that shit, you're liking it. You're thoroughly enjoying it. I guarantee you, I would even sit there and watch it. Because that would be a fucking miracle. Where you're just like, aha, wow, this is cool. Like, it would be a miracle. And again, like I said before, it would be fun to see what type of game would get you like that. Because it would be funny. The last time, it was funny. The fucking Disney princess game. Like, what the fuck?
That's insane. What is wrong with people that they're so focused on toxicity? Listen, I get it. If you want to see me not like something, and that'll happen. There'll be times when I'm full of rage and things like that. But I want to be able to enjoy games, man. I'm getting old.
So enjoy them, dumbass. It's your stream, your channel, your schedule, your platform. Play whatever the fuck you're playing. Whatever you feel like playing. Like I said, we want to see you play WWE Champions. Get it in. Yeah, play Bugsnax. Like thoroughly play Bugsnax. That was fun. It was fun to watch you do that because, it was creepy.
And as I've told you guys, all right, as I'm getting older, I'm coming to realize, right, I have less time on this planet. I'm not able to do the things I used to be able to do for the amount of times and the extent that I used to do them. Just the other day, the first time I was playing Armored Core, I'm not kidding you, these two fingers started to hurt excruciatingly. I had crazy muscle pain and nerve pain in these two fingers trying to play Armored Core. And I was like, what just happened? Oh, I think I know what happened.
Bro, this dude's sitting here talking about fucking carpal tunnel syndrome. I fucking eat bullshit and fucking smoke. And I still fucking bike 5 miles to my parents' house so I could see their fucking, see their dogs and shit. Like, what? Dude, go outside, man. Get some sun. Do a jumping jack. Grab something with a handle and lift it.
I'm getting older. It's carpal tunnel
exactly,
kicking in.
James Holter.
This is a game when I'm playing it, I literally have to be using all 4 shoulders and all 4 face buttons and the thumbsticks all at the same time to properly maneuver.
Yo, I gotta clip this just so I can I need to clip this and send it to one of my friends that are fucking old and shit. Like one of my veteran friends and shit.
So I'm holding on to this controller in a way that usually I don't have to when I'm playing other games. And I'm actually getting pain shooting up my arm.
Back in the day, I used to play all the latest games. And I was able to quick with the triggers and the bumpers. Now you get a little older, and then you can't form your hand the same. They can't react. Because, you got to react to bumpers and the triggers in conjunction with the buttons. And you can't do it no more because, it started kicking in. When you get older, you don't got that much time left. So, you got to hold it a certain way. It's not the same thing with the fight stick. Fight stick, I used to whip it and wobble it. But you can't wobble and whip it no more. You gotta, we gotta whip it. You used to whip it and wobble and then you get back to the whipping and you're good. But, now that you're old, you gotta be careful now. You gotta be careful now because them games aren't the same. Back in the day, you used to have a little Nintendo, little square, 2 buttons. Now you got the triggers and the bumpers and the buttons and the sticks. All the buttons and the sticks. You got them sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Right? So, with all these things happening, I gotta take a look at my time, and especially now that I'm a full-time streamer, I have to make sure that my time being used is meaningful. I can't play every old game that is a piece of...
I'm just sitting there, you know, like Phil. Just this is all he has in his life. Just sitting there, and he's just popping the game, and the game just gives him, you know, just gives him meaning. Like I want that feeling of meaning. Like I know it's just some bullshit that he's spewing, but like in a literal world, I would love to enjoy this feeling that he's talking about. Like when you like have something, it just means something. It talks to you. It speaks to you. Jesus. Right? No, I want the literal shit. I don't want the Pignosis Excalibur. I want the real thing, okay? All right?
Dog shit. Why do you think I don't play every knockoff Soulsborne game? In the last couple of years, you guys said, why don't you play Remnant? Why don't you play...
I want the oosiest of meaning.
Thymesia. Why don't you play... What was the one with the robots last year, right? Why don't you play this one? Why don't you play that one? Are you going to play Lies of P? Are you going to play Lords of the Fallen? Hey, why don't you play it? They're all knockoffs. They're all trying to be Soulsborne. You understand? So if I'm going to play Soulsborne, I'll actually play Soulsborne. I'll go back to Elden Ring, and I'll continue on with my run in the game that actually is the name brand. Why do I have to play every game attempting to be what they are? I would rather focus on the good game, because that's how I think is the better use of my time, right? I don't have unlimited time, man. I'm getting older. I'm not 25, 27 years old pumping out videos on YouTube. I'm 41. I got to make the best use of my time that I can. So I'm going to play games that I have vested interest in, or you have an interest in, you want to see me play, and that hopefully are going to turn out.
So wait, hold on. Wait. What? Whoa. I mean.
They're all trying to.
Hold on.
Robots last year. Why don't you play... Why don't you play... Thymesia? Why don't you play... What was the one with the robots last year, right? Why don't you play this one? Why don't you play that one? Are you going to play Lies of P? Are you going to play Lords of the Fallen? Hey, why don't you play it? They're all knockoffs. They're all trying to be Soulsborne. You understand? So if I'm going to play Soulsborne, I'll actually play Soulsborne. I'll go back to Elden Ring, and I'll continue on with my run in the game that actually is the name brand. Why do I have to play every game attempting to be what they are? I would rather focus on the good game, because that's how I think is the better use of my time, right? I don't have unlimited time, man. I'm getting older. I'm not 25, 27 years old pumping out videos on YouTube. I'm 41. I got to make the best use of my time that I can. So I'm going to play games that I have vested interest in, or you have an interest in, you want to see me play. See me, you want to see me, you have an interest in, you want to see me play. Have an interest in, you want to see me play. Interest in, you want to see me play. Or you have an interest in, you want to see me play.
Okay. So why would you say that if you literally just gave a reason why you didn't want to play a game that people wanted to see you play? Bro, this is like the second time where he fucking contradicts himself within the same fucking train of thought. So you just sat there talking about how you don't want to play these games that people want you to play, but then you're talking about how you would rather play the game.
I dribbled off and it got all over my fucking leg.
You would rather play the games that people want you to play. Make it make sense. Miles Mystery, thank you for the 20 Mexican peso super chat on. He said this while playing a knockoff Bejeweled. Exactly. Unagati, thank you for the 1 super chat. Why does he talk like he's on the verge of death? Exactly, honey. Exactly. Like, that makes no sense. He literally just sat there talking about, oh, Phil, why don't you play this? Why don't you play that? Oh, well, the reason why, boom. But, you know, I got to make better use of my time. I got to play the games that you guys want to see me play. You literally just turned them down.
And that hopefully are going to turn out to be good playthroughs of enjoyment, not just fucking punishment and rage and my blood pressure going up.
But that's the thing, dumbass. It's not about just you guys. It's not about just you enjoying the game. It's the fluidity of you playing the game, you interacting with your audience. That's it. So it's a shitty game. You're raging. You're raging. You're cursing. Whatever. Your audience likes it. You interact with your audience because of it. That's how it works. You're an interactive streamer. That's the job. You play the game while interacting with your audience. Why are you making this shit so difficult? Even if the game sucks and people make fun of you for it. Okay, they make fun of you for it. They make this how you don't play. People come and troll tip you and give you more money to fucking, like, you know, to insult you about your gameplay. People come in and make sock accounts with, you know, little memes about the gameplay streams. That's a plus. That's a good thing for you, man.
And me freaking out, sweating, and my head getting all red, and me screaming. I gotta stop doing that. You understand? I have to. I have to turn into someone who's making games, playthroughs that are better, not rage-inducing worse rage quits and shit.
But better in terms of what? Better in terms of information? Better in terms of entertainment? Better in terms of comment? Like what? What? Stop giving me these vague adjectives. Tell me what is it that you're going for.
Like that. That's for fucking morons. Sorry, it just is. To see someone pump out content like that constantly, that's for an immature, younger audience. Been there, done that. I used to make that content 10, 15 years ago. That's what I pumped out constantly, right? I didn't care about the quality of my playthrough. I just wanted to rush through, get it done, on to the next game.
Still do
that.
that.
If I shit on the game unfairly, who gives a fuck? No one should be taking me seriously. On to the next game. Today, I am a completely different person.
Same person.
And people still don't fucking get that for some reason. They don't understand that I have changed and evolved, because a lot of the time they don't want to believe that. They just want to think you're the same toxic idiot from 10, 15 years ago. I'm not. I've grown. I've matured. Just because you want to spin it that way for your own very, very toxic personal reasons. So you can keep hate watching me and saying,
no, see, the thing is you're still the hateful person and you're still pumping out the bad content. But the thing is, you basically took out the shit that made your content bearable. So now we're just stuck with the toxicity and the bad content. That's it. Nothing's changed. You're still asking people to do shit for you. That has not changed over the 15 years of you being on YouTube. You're still being negative to, you know, people. That hasn't changed in 15 years of you being on YouTube. That's always been the same. The only thing is, back in the day, you had something that was, you know, that gave people a chuckle. And then you took that out specifically. So now you just have you asking people to do shit for you. You being negative and toxic. That's all there is.
awful things about me and get clickbait views on your junk content doesn't make it factually true. Okay? So I've had enough of the bullshit. And if I want to play Armored Core 6 and enjoy it, I should be able to.
Then do
and not
it.
have people telling me, well, because you're liking it now, I don't want to watch you play it.
Okay, so, but my thing is, so what? Like, again, I thought you do this because of the meaning, so it means a lot to you. So, like, again, you're contradicting yourself in these, like, in the same sentence, same train of thought, same segment, same rant. You're killing your own argument. Because if this is something what you want to do, if it's something that you find meaningful, this shouldn't piss you off. Because this is coming off as disingenuous because you want people to come and engage with you. You want people to give you those metrics. You want people to give you that money. Because that's what it sounds like. Because if that wasn't the case, it wouldn't matter. If those people left and they don't, they don't want to interact with you, isn't that better for you? Why are you sitting there trying to go ahead and lure these people back in? These people are bad for your brand. These people want the old Phil. It's not, it's not the old Phil. It's new Phil. It's the new Phil. I talk about nothing but stool Phil. I bite soft things, but I still can't chew Phil. That's what you're getting now. So if you don't like it, go somewhere else. Bye. That shouldn't be an issue, Phil.
What the fuck is that? Let me put it this way. If the only reason
Steve,
you ever
what's
want
up,
to see
baby?
me play a game is because you want to see me dislike it and rage at it, then fuck off and don't suggest the game.
Exactly.
I mean it. At this point in my life,
it's done.
I don't need toxic suggestions ever again.
I feel
And
you.
if Armored Core 6 was a toxic suggestion, you're pretty pathetic, and shame on you. Because the game actually is good and deserves to be praised.
Okay, so you shit talking Jade now? Because I thought, wasn't Jade the one that bought it? Who bought this game for him? Because that's. Oh, JD. Okay, JD TV. Okay, so look. All right, so I was about. Oh man, God, it wasn't Jade. I was about to wall out on this dude. So now this person is giving you a game for free. You didn't pay for it. He gave you something for you to use in your content. And you like the game. There should be no complaint then.
For what I've seen of it so far, I'm not just going to shit on it because you're an idiot and you want to see me get my blood pressure up and freak out. I'm not 5 years old.
Okay, so why are we having this conversation? Because again, you like the game. Didn't he just say he liked the game? This shouldn't be a thing. Like, I'm not understanding what he's like. I understand it's bullshit, but I don't understand what is it that he's trying to shovel. Because he's trying to say that this person gave him this game that he likes specifically to make him mad. And it's attracting toxic people. But yet when people see him having fun, the toxic people leave. So I don't understand, why is this a rant? This should be a flex. Right? You should be flexing right now. Why are you angry? Right? Like, like you gave me this game because it's hard and I thought, I was going to, rage and all these people are going to come and see me rage, but I like the game.
All right? I'm not trying to copy the angry video game nerd. And
I mean, I don't understand how this has to do with, what this has to do with anything. Because again, you're talking about people, this went from people not watching you because you're liking the game, and now it's some kind of troll attempt to get you to play a game that makes you rage.
Video I do, I've become my own person, my own style of content that's meaningful to me and to my audience who comes by and supports me. So I don't need rage views, hate views, and nonsensical idiots coming by and trying to skew what I play and do. All right? And by the way, I'm not saying that every person who wanted to see me play Armored Core 6 is of that mindset. But it certainly seems like there was a large group, because there were people campaigning to see me play Armored Core 6 pretty hardcore. And the moment I started playing it, oh, what's this? What the hell? Oh, he's not dying every 5 seconds. I don't get it. Right? So, there you go. All right? Please understand that. And, I just had enough of the bullshit where again, if you are coming by only for toxicity and negativity, you're in the wrong place. Maybe old Phil, 10, 15 years ago, you would have been able to see that, You'll see some of that when I play Street Fighter and I'm freaking out and my inputs are dropping, I'm having a bad night. But that's not what I'm all about. You're in the wrong spot. All right? So leave. And stop trying to fucking rain on everyone else's parade. And again, if you're someone who only wants that and that you're actually trying to skew my playing of games because of that, you're not wanted here. Okay. I'd much rather play games that are going to be meaningful, positive, fun experiences.
So my thing is, again, so where does Armored Core lie? Because do you like? Because he said he liked the experience. I'm not like, again, this is going nowhere. Let me just let him know.
All right, I don't want to have toxicity. I don't need it anymore. I'm too old for that shit. To quote an amazing actor, Danny Glover, right? I'm too old for that shit. I don't need you in my life. I don't. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Thank you, B-Boy Cyclone, for upping your membership. Holly Metal, this is super chat. So I'm a long-time viewer. I've enjoyed your GTA 5 playthrough. It's been cool to revisit the game 10 years later. Too bad the multiplayer sucks. I'm not going to say the multiplayer sucks. I'm going to say that GTA Online is not for me because it never really was. GTA Online was always designed for someone looking for this online interactive social experience that I wasn't looking for. I was looking for just something to mess around with friends and mess with the physics like I did with Suicide Kings in Red Dead Redemption, like we just did the other day when we reminisced on my anniversary event. Those were the days to me. And then when I actually tried to do that in GTA Online, it just never really worked. Outside of that, it was just hang out with friends in an online environment. And somehow that became a multi-billion-dollar industry for Rockstar. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just don't get it, but I guess a lot of people do. So, it is what it is. I'm not going to say it sucked, but I will agree with you, it's been fun to replay GTA 5 in the capacity that I have. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people have actually said now for the first time in years, they went back and replayed the game, watching me replay it, and they're enjoying playing it again. So, that is awesome. Thank you for that. Holly Metal. Also, James White, this super chat says you can't compare probability with sales numbers. It's statistics. It's all statistics. Why can't I? I can compare grapes to rocket engines. I can compare my fist to this microfiber cloth if I want. I can do whatever I want. Thanks for the super chat.
Again, that invalidates your entire rant. Like, I could do what I want. No, you can't, DSP, because you say stuff like that, and it's just like, you want people to take you seriously, so you say what you want, and then you don't want any repercussion from it. Like, this guy's a child, man. Come on, let's be
Yes, I
honest.
can't do that. No, I can do whatever I want, actually, as long as I back it up. And I'm pretty sure that I did back up everything that I was saying there with factual analysis and sense. So, yeah, I could do that. Thanks. Okay. Let's continue.
Okay, so by that logic, I just dismantled everything that came out your mouth. Okay, so by Phil's logic, Phil is factually, objectively wrong because I used factual evidence and common sense, so I win. Phil is stupid, so we shouldn't take it. We shouldn't take what Phil says into consideration anymore.
Tip side of stuff. Let's swing over to tips for now. $6.66 tip from Big Papa Phil. He says, I was tagging this message in chat. I want you to get a public comment on this. You should watch Snake Eyes Grand Finals and his reset for last night's Capcom Pro Tour US West Tournament. His Zangief beat a top JP player 3-1, then 3-0. He walked JP down with Geef and crushed him. He had to walk and block, parry, and inch closer while getting zoned relentlessly. He never jumped too early. He stayed solid. He made his way in slowly while blocking and parrying the zoning. He blew up JP with counter hits. It confirms into drive, rush, combos, and SPDs whenever JP let the gap in his pressure. Obviously, Snake is otherworldly, but his patience with zoning is something you can adopt as well. I've noticed you sometimes get impatient with zoning. You make mistakes like jumping when the opponent is waiting for you to jump as opposed to just blocking or parrying the fireball. You continue to move forward. You show great patience at other times, but some zone and then it cut off. Here's honestly my problem, Big Papa Phil, is that I just can't seem to do things on reaction from mid-screen in Street Fighter 6. Okay? And, did this not work? Uh-oh. My animations might not be working. Hold on. That's not good. Why did that not just play? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a glitch. It's working now. Okay. So here's what I'm saying, okay? For example, when I'm mid-screen from anyone in Street Fighter 6, and they do a move, anything that's fast, a mid-screen fireball that's a faster speed, drive rushing a low kick, I just can't seem to block it on reaction, okay? Now, I want you to understand something.
You can't react on reaction.
100% be me. Okay? It could 100% be old man Phil's awful reactions in 2023. Yes. I am not someone who has actively been playing fighting games in any competitive capacity for the last decade. The last time I actively tried to play competitive Street Fighter was arguably Street Fighter 4 within its first 2 years, where I actually traveled to a couple of tournaments and played it. Outside of that, it's been all online play, laggy shit, regardless of the ones I've been playing, right? I've been playing freaking Street Fighter Classics that always have bad connections and stuff. So, excuse me. I know I'm out of practice, and even having played Street Fighter 6 for 3 months, okay, does not mean that I'm in any capacity reacting to anything in a fast way. You have to understand that. It very well could be I am just incredibly slow. But I'm having a lot of problems with Street Fighter 6 when I now am at these diamond level rankings, right? And I'm playing these players who have mastered these patterns, and they do this pattern play mid-screen shit. Whether it's fireball, drive rush mix up, or simply just pressing a high priority button, I can't seem to react to it in time. I'm trying. I am really trying. Block high low on reaction, right in the corner. Trying to do it never seems to work, right? I just can't. Hell, drive impact half the time. I can't react to it. I'm trying. I swear to God, I'm trying to react to drive impact, and I can't do it. And I think it might just be that I'm getting older. And if I played Street Fighter 6 hardcore, if this is a game that I was playing all the time, every night practicing, I'd probably be way better. You have to understand that the vast majority of people who are getting to master level in this game are doing that. They are constantly playing this fucking game. It's the game they stream and play, and that's all they're streaming and playing. They're not doing anything else. Me, I'm the exception. I'm the variety guy who's still trying to hang while I'm balancing 400 other games, doing a reality channel and all this other shit. A react channel and all this other shit. Very rare to see that. So for me, it's a harder climb, and maybe that's what it is. But yeah, I hear you. In this game, there's nothing that is unbeatable in Street Fighter. You understand? There's not. There's nothing that's unbeatable right now. Even with Ken being so top tier, when I'm ranting and raving about Ken, I'm not saying how dare they put in the unbeatable Ken. That's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, oh my God, how dare they have a character that's so easy to play that people can literally just play a pattern and mash and guess and dominate when you don't have your whole fucking life to dedicate to this game to know exactly what to do in every single situation you fight this guy. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. You're done. You're donezo.
So it's just that simple. Snake Eyes,
right, guys.
it's amazing. You watch his gameplay, and you're like, wow, I want to do that. And you try to play with Zangief, you're like, why the fuck can't I never
All
he's predicting well, he's reading, he's baiting.
Okay.
First of all,
I'm going to cut it off right here, guys, because I got some stuff I got to take care of. All right, so if you guys will, we're going to cut it off here. All right, I will catch you guys later. All right, I will catch you guys tomorrow around the same time. I'm going to try to go for like 10 o'clock. We're going to go see 10 o'clock. If not, no later than, 11-ish. All right, so thank you guys for stopping by. Hopefully we'll have the same fun tomorrow. Hopefully today's podcast will be more fun than whatever the fuck we just went through. All right, so catch you guys later. You know how I got to do. I got to go ahead and leave you guys one of my shitty-ass fucking beats. Let's see what shitty-ass beat I got. Hold on. This shit is trash. Let's see what trash I got. Oh, definitely not. Ugh. That is. Ugh. Ugh. That's trash. I'm sorry. I got some trash right here. This is all trash. Well, you know what? What about this one? Hmm. Yeah, I don't like it. I'll catch you guys later. This one's trash, but we can work with it. All right. I'm going to put that right there. Catch you guys later. All right. Yes. Spam those restreams. I want those restreams spammed. Okay. Spam those restreams. You know how we get down. You know how we get down, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Love you. Okay. So here's some trash beats. See you guys tomorrow. All right.